You're listening to Eagle 102 KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green, 102.1 on your dial. KJFM Radio, Eagle 102. Area high school basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And welcome to night number 3 of the 25th annual Clopton Invitational here on Eagle 102. Mark Fronek, Corey Buchanan here in the old gym for ladies' Consolation semifinal action tonight. And we'll start it off with the number 5 seed Silex Lady Owls taking on the number 8 seed Louisiana Lady Bulldogs. Our late game here from the old gym will be Ellsbury and Mark Twain, Wright City and Mark Twain, as they will play at 7 o'clock tonight. And Corey, when you look at the first matchup of the night, you're reminded of that game last year at Louisiana that inspired the Musial Award for Coach Sabrina O'Haron when Louisiana was so short that they had to drop down to 4, then 3 players, and the Silex coach Sabrina O'Haron pulled players from the floor to match, and ended up playing that game 3-on-3. That was recognized on the national show that aired the day after Christmas on CBS, and a great honor and a great show of sportsmanship. But this is a new year for these 2 programs. Louisiana has a new coach, a lot more girls out on the floor this year, out for the program. But they've still dealt with issues because of what's going on in the world right now, COVID. Both of these teams have been hit hard so far here in the 2020-2021 season. So actually, just learned both assistant coaches for these teams are coming back. This is their first game back, actually. Kelsey Dorsey got it over the Christmas break, actually the first day of Christmas break. And then Coach Hamlet for Silex, he was hit hard by it. He's still kind of trying to gain his traction a little bit, but it's good to see him out and about and back on the bench for the Silex Lady Owls. He wasn't here for the opening round overtime game against Ellsbury the other night, but he is back tonight. So good to see him in the house, and going to be a fun matchup here in the semifinals. We'll take a break here on the Eagle 102 pregame show. Actually, we'll start the pregame show when we come back on KJFM.
Bank from anywhere with Bank of Louisiana's new Freedom Checking account. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, and free access to all of their mobile and online banking services. Bank on your own terms with Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Home data rates may apply. Check with your carrier for details. Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana.
This is Tracy Brookshire with the Pike County Health Department. With community transmission cases increasing in Pike County, it's becoming more difficult for healthcare providers to contact positive cases the same day these results are received. The state of Missouri has mandated that we prioritize first the investigations for school exposures, individuals 65 years and older, and cases associated with long-term care facilities. Those that do not fall into those categories will likely experience a delay in initial contact. Therefore, we have made some changes with our calling procedures to help streamline and make our calls more efficient. It is critical that if you have received a positive result or know you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, you need to begin a 14-day quarantine starting from when your symptoms began or the last day of exposure to the positive case. Your patience awaiting your initial call from our office is very much appreciated. Visit our dedicated COVID page on our website, pikecountyhealth.org, for more information.
Let Bowling Green Insurance be your crop insurance specialist. Bowling Green Insurance Agency and NAU Country provide farmers with superior crop insurance protection and the fast, friendly service our customers deserve. Call Fred Carlson or Jackie Mayer at 573-324-CROP or stop by our office at 310 Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green to discuss a protection plan that is right for your farming operation. NAU Country and Bowling Green Insurance are an equal opportunity provider.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
And welcome back to the old gym, the semifinals, consolation semifinals of this Clopton Invitational. Marianne has the championships semifinals down the hall as Monroe City and Ellsbury do battle. That'll be a big test for that good Ellsbury defense. And then Clopton and Winfield will play the late game. And if Clopton plays the way they did in the opening round against Wright City, and Winfield plays the way they did, just escaping Mark Twain in overtime, that could be a pretty significant Clopton victory in that semifinal. But Winfield, I think, has some potential if they can put 4 quarters together to really give the Lady Hawks some trouble if they play their best game. And they should here in the semifinals tonight. But let's focus on these 2 games, and especially this first game between 5-seed Silex and 8-seed Louisiana. Silex forced overtime in the opening round against Ellsbury. I think it's maybe happened 1 out of 100 times. I don't know if you've ever seen it, where Silex trailed by 4 with under 10 to go, got the basketball, went the length of the floor, Lexi Plackmeyer did, hit a shot, and got the and 1, got fouled with under 3 to go, and missed the free throw. It goes right to the freshman, Abigail Mooney, who did a spin move around the Ellsbury player on the low blocks, and was able to put back the shot to force overtime as the buzzer sounded. Have you ever seen it work like that?
You don't see it very often, but yeah, you definitely don't ever want to foul somebody whenever you're up by 4 and they're shooting a 3 to give them the and 1 opportunity. But things happen.
Yeah, she drove right down, got it to within 2, had that shot, missed it on purpose, and the putback by Mooney forced overtime. And I've never seen it work like that, where the rebound came off to the side. Usually that play is throw it as hard as you can off the front iron, right?
And try to get it to come back to you.
Yeah, but to work another player into that, and that leads me to my next point. The freshman, Abigail Mooney, was very impressive for Silex. I think you're going to be treated to something watching that youngster play here tonight. A lot of potential handling the ball right now for the Silex Lady Owls. So that should be fun. On the Louisiana side, you get some glimpses. They're starting to get a little confidence. They've got some girls that can handle the ball. Shooting so far has been the issue for the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs, and they're getting most of their points right now out of Emily Powell. She's the one that's most unafraid to shoot the basketball. So if they can get her going, get her on a hot streak, and then maybe get some secondary scoring, I think Louisiana can take a step forward. But it's going to be tough because this is a very good young Silex team. That's a look at this matchup. We'll go to our keys to the game after this on KJFM.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwallader Real Estate in Louisiana.
Keys to the game for this matchup as we're about 5 minutes away from the start between Silex and Louisiana. The key for Louisiana, it's a simple one. Take care of the basketball. They can't have a double-digit turnover total in each half if they're going to survive against this Silex team. And for Silex, I think they just have to play their game, go through their sets, control the clock a little bit against Louisiana, control the pace of the basketball game, and I think they'll be primed to advance into the Consolation championship game. Anything else you see watching these teams warm up?
Well, Louisiana's working on their free throws right now, so I would say free throws and layups are going to be a big part of this matchup.
Yeah, it doesn't matter actually how good you are, though, if you don't make it to the line. So they're going to have to drive the lane and draw those fouls if they're going to get those opportunities from the free throw stripe. Those are our keys to the game. We'll take a break, come back with your starting lineups after this on KJFM.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick
The
Shop.
Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And our starting lineups for this matchup, first for the 8-seed Louisiana Lady Bulldogs. They're coached by Derek Brandstetter. They'll start the 5'7" freshman, number 10, Reagan Bowser. 5'7" freshman, number 13, Ty Campbell gets a start. Number 22, a 6-foot freshman, Brylan Stewart. Number 23, a 5'7" freshman, Deprecia Chapman. And number 25, a 5'4" freshman, Emily Powell. So again, for Louisiana, it's Bowser, Campbell, Stewart, Chapman, and Powell. For the Silex Lady Owls, they'll start sophomore, number 1, Rita Thurman. Number 11 gets a start. She's a sophomore, Maddie Hall. Number 14, senior Julia Granicke gets a start tonight. Number 23, a senior Lexi Plackmeyer. And number 25, a sophomore, Sarah Granicke. So again, for Silex, it's Thurman, Granicke, Hall, and Plackmeyer. And those are your starters for both of these clubs. As the teams come to the bench, we might actually have the lineups introduced for the first time over here in the old gym this week. As I see Larry found a microphone. We haven't had any starting lineups announced in the gym so far this week, so a little change for the semifinals. So we'll take a break, come back with action after this from the 25th Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall. See Mike's Tire and Service Center in Bowling Green for all your automotive and tire needs. Mike's features 24-hour tire service, and when it's time to replace those tires, Mike's has great deals on several brands, ensuring they have the perfect tire for your vehicle. Mike's Tire and Service Center additionally offers alignments, tune-ups, oil changes, struts, state and DOT inspections. Mike's Tire and Service Center, Business 61 North in Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Brown's Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
Introductions completed on the floor. Mark Froenick, Corey Buchanan here in the old high school gym and getting ready for ladies consolation semifinal action. First of two games from this gym here on KJFMradio.com. The second game will be Wright City and Mark Twain. Over in the high school gym, Marianne on the radio has Monroe City and Ellsbury, and then Clopton against Winfield. And it'll be Granicky winning the toss. And we're underway. Plackmeyer off the glass, no good. Rebound, put back, no good. And a foul is going to send Maddie Hall to the line. The first free throw opportunity of the night. And the first foul of the night. Plackmeyer couldn't have been more open, but we'll forgive that in the first 10 seconds of the game. And the first shot, in and out, no good. The foul, by the way, was on number 13, Ty Campbell, her first and the team's first. We've had our first scrum of the game. The second one is in, and Silex takes the 1-0 lead over the Lady Bulldogs, and now the ball rejected on the inbound pass by Deprecia Chapman. So they'll try again with Reagan Bowser triggering the inbound play. Bowser gets it to Ty Campbell, back to Reagan. Pass tipped and intercepted by Plackmeyer. Gets it to Granicky, and she tried to go through the underside of the rim, but she's fouled. And the foul is again going to be on Ty Campbell, her second. And that's just coming from that full court pressure that Silex is unleashing early on in this game. So Sarah Granicky at the free throw line and makes it a 2-0 game. So you're 18 seconds in, and you've got to pull one of your starters for two fouls as Ty Campbell is replaced by Jaden Womack. One more shot for Granicky, and that one goes off the glass and in. Jim Ross would say the bank is open. That pass through the hands of Emily Powell and out of bounds. Another turnover gives it back to Silex with 7:39 to play here in the opening quarter. So this pressure wreaking havoc on the Lady Dogs right now. That shot off the glass somehow stayed on the rim and goes down for Sarah Granicky. And it's 5-0 Silex, 30 seconds into this ballgame. Womack in trouble in the backcourt. Gets it back for Bowser. Bowser back for Jaden. Cross court to Emily Powell. Powell crosses the line, and the Dogs finally break that full court pressure. Back for Bowser, and they'll set the offense.
Looks like Silex is coming out in a 1-2-2 defense.
Powell under duress gets it back now. Womack through the middle, and they'll go back to the perimeter. Reagan Bowser with it to the near side for Jaden Womack. Womack gives up her dribble into a double team. She's in trouble. Got it to Powell from the free throw line extended. That shot off the mark, and the rebound is grabbed this time by Julia Granicky for the Lady Owls. That confidence thing is key right now for Louisiana. They just got to try and bust that, use a little physicality. Here's Thurman with it to Julia Granicky. Back for Rita Thurman. Thurman on the baseline, gets it across to Maddie Hall. Shot off the glass is good. Hall with her first shot from the field. She's got 3 points and a 7-0 lead. Minute 40 into this ball game. Bowser to the far side. Powell almost went out of bounds, and that pass is tipped. Bowser gets it back. She almost traveled. She did. Nope. Timeout taken by Coach Derek Branstetter with 6:08 to play in the first quarter. 7-0 Silex here in the early going from the 25th Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
It's the new year and a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
6:08 to play, first quarter, 7-0 Silex leading Louisiana here in the ladies' Consolation Semifinals from the Clopton Invitational. Here's Powell with it on the far side. Gets it back to Bowser, and we're going to have a foul on Rita Thurlman, her first. And she got a little too physical with the Louisiana player. Bowser goes into the backcourt for Powell. Ball kicked by Thurlman, and the Bulldogs will have to inbound again. They get it into Womack, now to Powell. Everything way up high right now. Gives it back to Emily. Powell, and she traveled. Trying to find a little bit of room, turns it back over to Silex. And here comes Thurlman with it. 5:45 to play in the opening quarter. Here's Hall. Has a little trouble, goes to her knees with a slide. Back to Julia Gradicke, now Lexi Plackmeyer with it. Plackmeyer comes to the near side for Sarah Gradicke. Back to Julia, over to the far side for Maddie Hall. Hall, lob pass down to Plackmeyer. Plackmeyer having all sorts of issues with the physicality of Brylan Stewart, and the ball taken away. And another travel called, this time on Bowser. $5:15 to play in the opening quarter. Other than just gaining confidence, what can Louisiana do to help with this pressure? Here's Plackmeyer with a three. That's offline. Put back, no good. Another put back and a foul. Any ideas?
Well, right now,
because Coach Brandstedter's going to be listening back to this. He was looking for your input.
Well, right now they're really, their Silex defense is just reading every pass where they're trying to go with it. If they maybe put a little fake in there every now and again and get the defense shifting, they can make some of their passes to their wings and inside a lot easier.
That may be a little more pace. They just seem a little apprehensive. Second shot for Gradicke. That one no good. And the rebound, good job boxing out that time by Deprecia Chapman. Chapman gets it off for Powell. Powell to the far side for Bowser. Back to Powell. Trying to find Chapman with a bounce pass. Gets back to Powell now at the top of the key. That pass off the knee of Abigail Mooney. And out of bounds, it'll stay with Louisiana. Here's Emily Powell with it in the backcourt, crosses the line after the inbound. And now another travel as Powell shifted that pivot foot.
Yeah, Silex up top defenders are just doing a really good job denying the ball.
And we're only 3 minutes in. You can kind of see the frustration on the Lady Bulldogs' faces already. Kick it back. Here's Mooney with it, working against Bowser. Goes into the corner for Julia Gradicke. Back for Abigail Mooney. Mooney for Gradicke again. Up and around to the near side for Sarah Gradicke. Now Julia from the corner will try the three. It's a little short. And the rebound goes to the floor. Fight for it. Tie up, and it'll be Louisiana ball with 4:14 to play in the quarter. 7-0. Haven't had a point in a while.
Been kind of a stalemate here. Silex is getting some opportunities. They've just missed some free throws and a couple layups.
Here's Powell. Her pass tipped and taken, but out of bounds is Mooney on the far side. .401 to play in the quarter. Bowser gets it to Powell, and the clock moves again here in this 7-0 game. Powell into that double team. 3 high for Silex. There's just no room. If they can get a lob pass, they've got some height down low in Brylan Stewart. They just can't find her. Try to get it to her that time, has a little trouble with it and kicks it back out to Bowser. Now for Powell on the far point. Emily Powell to the free throw line. Her shot is good. And Louisiana on the board.
That was a good take. She got right to the free throw line.
She is probably their most consistent shooter. Drop it in. Here's Maddie Hall. High off the glass and good. Maddie Hall already with 5 points here in the early going. Here's Bowser with it on the near point for Louisiana. Pass tipped and taken. Tipped by Thurman. Mooney takes it. Misses the glass, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Dogs. With 5 minutes gone here in the first quarter, Ty Campbell back in with 2 fouls. She'll replace Deprecia Chapman. Mooney to inbound. Bounce pass to the corner. Here's Tori Mudd. Her shot three-pointer was tipped. And here comes Campbell up the floor with it. She wears number 13 for the Lady Dogs. Stopped and kicks it back out. Bounce pass taken by Thurman again. Ahead to Mooney. Mooney one-on-one with Powell. Turnaround shot off the glass, rims out. And the rebound goes to the floor, and a travel called against Bowser. Not much she could do there after falling backwards to the floor with the rebound. So Mooney will inbound. 2:37 to play in the quarter. To Mudd. Back to Mooney. That ball was taken away and now tipped out of bounds. It's going to stay with Silex. And quickly back in is Chapman. She'll replace Bowser. Mooney to inbound. And she can't get the bounce pass in. It's taken away by Emily Powell. Good defense that time by the Lady Dogs. They trail 9-2. Powell to Campbell. Drop it in. Kick it across. Shot off the glass is no good for Womack. And Sarah Gradicke with the rebound ahead to Abigail Mooney. She'll put on the brakes and set the offense. The near side for Rita Thurman. Thurman gets it to Maddie Hall. Hall kicks it back to Mooney. Mooney to Thurman on the near point. Rita holds it high. Comes to the near corner for Tori Mudd. Mudd turnaround three. That's a little long. Rebound comes out to Maddie Hall, and she's knocked to the floor.
Oh, wow.
And they call a travel.
They called a travel instead of a push on that.
Sky Coleman got her money's worth and didn't have to pay for it. Bounce pass. Starts the play and right into a double team. It's taken away by Mooney, and she's fouled by Jaden Womack. So Mooney will head to the line for the first time. 1:43 to play here in the first quarter. 9-2 is the Silex lead. Started the game on a 7-0 run as Mooney hits the first. Bowser back in. For Silex, Taya Williams snuck in before that first free throw. Second shot is good as well. And it's 11-2. First 2 points of the night for Mooney. Up the floor with it is Powell. Trying to find somebody. Gets it to Bowser. Now for Ty Campbell. Campbell to the free throw line for Sky Coleman, and it's taken away from her. 3-on-0. Here comes Silex. Mooney uncontested to the hoop and scores. Bowser in the backcourt with it to Campbell. Puts it up now for Powell. Emily Powell across the line. Trying to go coast to coast. Kind of flails one up, goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with Louisiana with 1:06 to play in the first quarter. 4 games on Eagle 102 tonight. 2 on KJFM Radio, all 4 on KJFMradio.com. 1:06 to play here in the first quarter. Bounce pass near side. Powell, turn around. That shot's long. And the rebound comes out the far side and picked up by Howard, Taylor Howard, into the ball game for the first time for Silex. 55 seconds to play. Near side, here's Tori Mudd. Mudd drops it in. Shot short for Maddie Hall. Mudd got the rebound. Another shot for Hall is no good. Put back for Williams, and she's fouled by Bowser. A little messy there. Talked about this last year. You don't see too many players wearing eyeglasses, and Silex has 2 of them in there right now. First shot no good for Taya Williams. Both Hall and Tori Mudd. They're not the, the goggles like we saw out of Austin Carson last night. Taya hits the second one to extend the Silex lead. But just regular eyeglasses. And they don't lose them a whole bunch either. That's a good fit. That shot or pass goes through the hands of Powell and out of bounds, turns it back over to Silex. We talked about limiting the turnovers, and Louisiana hasn't been able to do that very well here in the first quarter. Down to 38 seconds to go. Howard gets it to Mooney near side. That shot off the glass is no good. And they get it back to Mudd. Mudd to Mooney. They're going to play for the last shot, it looks like, with 25 seconds to play. Here's Mudd for Mooney. Bounce pass. And Williams wasn't facing the right way, but Silex got away with it. Keeps possession to Taylor Howard. Howard into the corner for Tori Mudd, down to 9 seconds. Lobs it out, stolen away, and stolen back by Howard. Down to 1 second.
Shot off.
Nope. 14-2 is what we'll have on the scoreboard after the first 8 minutes. Silex ahead of Louisiana after the first quarter, back for the second after this on Eagle 102.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Need a little good news in your life? State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. Call me today at 573-754-5575. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank in Bowling Green Tractor.
After one corner, Silex with the ball to start the second, by the way. It's the Lady Owls leading 14-2 over Louisiana, and we've got another foul. And that's going to be on Ty Campbell again, her third. Ooh, that hurts. Over in the other gym, the championship semifinal, it's Monroe City leading Ellsbury early in the second, 17-4. And Sarah Granicke at the line hits the first. And the second shot is in and out, no good. Following the rebound was Thurman. She can't hit the putback, but is fouled herself. And she'll shoot 2. That one's on number 23, Depresha Chapman. Looking at some of the scoring through one quarter. For Silex, 4 points for Mooney, a point for Taya Williams, 5 for Maddie Hall, 4 through a quarter for Sarah Granicke. She's added a free throw, and now Thurman's picked up her first point. 2 points for Emily Powell, all the scoring for Louisiana so far, and that one missed the cylinder. And goes out of bounds back to Louisiana with 7:48 to play in the first half. 16-2, Silex leads. Here's Bowser to inbound, gets it to Womack, back to Reagan. Bowser again to Womack. Got to start worrying about that 10-second call. Powell with it in the backcourt. It's getting close, and they're going to have to take a timeout to avoid the turnover. 16-2, Silex leads. Timeout Louisiana with 7:37 to play in the half on KJFM.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicky Cadwallader, Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
7:36 to play, first half. Louisiana with it on the far sideline. They get it to Womack, now to Powell. Long pass into Chapman. Deprecia stops, free throw line extended. Shot no good, ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to, not sure, I think it's going to go to Louisiana. Stay with Louisiana with 7:25 left in the half. They get it in, shot from the baseline. That one's good. Emily Powell with 2 more. She's got all 4. And it's a 12-point game. Near side, lob pass in. Good defense that time, but it goes out of bounds. It's going to be Louisiana ball. They say touched Granicky again before it went out. So the Bulldogs have stepped up things defensively. Pass into the front court, almost a travel, and now there is a travel called on Emily Powell after Stewart kind of got away with one. Here comes Thurman. To Plackmeyer on the far point. They drop it down low to Sarah Granicky. She goes off the glass and in.
They've been doing a really good job about getting the post the ball. Great post entry passes.
Now Granicky with a steal, and she's fouled again by Powell. That's her first. No, they gave it to Bowser instead. That's her second. And they were both there. And the shot is good.
That's actually number 3 on Bowser.
So she's in as much trouble as Ty Campbell, and will have to sit. 19-4. And the second shot is no good. Rebound knocked around. Chapman picks it up for the Lady Dogs. Gave up her dribble, now gives up the ball to Powell. Emily across the line with it, and she's fouled. Thurman picks up her second. She's got the only 2 fouls for Silex through the first 9.5 minutes. Powell to the near side for Chapman. Through Stewart to the far side for Womack, and the ball is taken away from her. That's good strength there by Rita Thurman. Just ripped it away. We'll hand it off for Howard. Howard to Thurman on the near point. Near side for Lexi Plackmeyer. Plackmeyer's 3 just off the mark, and Deprecia Chapman with the rebound for Louisiana. Gets it ahead to Powell. Powell goes step for step with Taylor Howard. Gets it across the line. Now over to the far side for Sky Coleman. Into the corner for Womack, and her pass is taken away by Sarah Granicky. 5:40 to play in the first half here from the 25th Clopton Invitational Ladies Consolation Semifinals. First of 2 from this gym tonight. Lob pass down.
Oh.
Shot no good for Taya Williams, and the rebound is picked up by Sky Coleman for Louisiana, and she's going to start her dribble. Gets it to Chapman. Chapman a little trouble with it, gives up the dribble, now gives the ball up to Emily Powell. Powell has a little bit of trouble with it, but tracks it down. Tried to get it to Womack, finally does get it to her, and she's out of bounds. She fell down trying to get that, and the elbow hit the line. She flashes a little smile as she makes her way back down the floor. More substitutions as Thurman comes out. Mooney back in for Silex as Coach O'Haron not afraid to use that bench. Pass to the near side for Howard. Taylor to the near corner. Drop it in. Granicky got it off the glass. Her putback is good. Cut the first one a little too fine, but was all alone for a second attempt. 21-4 is the Lady Owl lead on Louisiana here in the second quarter. Now the ball ripped away again, then a tie-up. Arrow favors Louisiana. I think just a little boost of confidence with the ball. I think that's the only thing separating Louisiana, because they play physical defense. It's just when they have the ball, then they freeze up a little bit. Foul going to be whistled on Lexi Plackmeyer, her first. And Womack to inbound. Gets it to Chapman. Chapman off the glass, good, and a foul. Ran that play perfectly, and that has to make Coach Derek Brandstetter smile. .431 to play. Kind of reminds you, when I was coaching little kids, when they finally did something exactly the way you worked on it in practice, it just made you giddy. Here's Mudd, inlet pass, gets it back. Goes across court to Sarah Gradicke, can't sneak that one over the rim. Put back, no. Gradicke couldn't get the rebound this time, instead will get a push. Actually, they'll give the foul to Taylor Howard, her first. 4:11 to play here in the first half. 21-6. Here's Chapman with it, moving both those feet. And gets it to Sky Coleman. Coleman trying to fight her way through, and the pass off the fingertips of Chapman out of bounds back to Silex. Turnover to the Owls with 3:57 to play in the half.
Yeah, Louisiana just isn't able to get into any sets with this Silex defense. They're trapping the wings, and they just aren't able to pass the ball out.
Mudd goes all the way through the baseline, then gives up her dribble, gives the ball back to Mooney at the point. Abigail goes back to Taylor Howard. Howard holds it high with 3:35 to go in the first half, and then throws it into the Bulldog cheerleaders. 3:33 to play in the half. Sarah Gradicke out, Maddie Hall back in for the Lady Owls. Here's Powell up the floor with it as Silex backs off the pressure until they reach the half-court stripe, and then they steal it away. Too hard off the glass for Mooney. A little too excited there. Rebound goes off of two Owls out of bounds.
Yeah, once they come across half court, the top defender here just gets on and hounds them.
Here's Chapman. Long pass to Womack. Now to Powell. Powell gains the free throw line. Kicks it around through the hands of Womack and out of bounds. I think they're going to say last touch by Maddie Hall. Kick it back to the free throw line now. Sky Coleman with it on the near point. Her pass tipped and taken. Ball goes to the floor, and it's going to be tied up. Good job coming back by Deprecia Chapman. Never gave up on that ball. And she took a little shot to the hip, I think.
Yeah, great hustle by both teams there.
2:51 to play in the first half. The Eagle 102 halftime report coming up. Up and around through Mooney to Howard on the far side. Now Mudd has trouble with it. That was an awkward pass. Bounce pass, bounced it about 2 feet in front of her.
Yeah, that was right at her feet. Those are hard to handle.
Back the other way after the turnover comes Powell for the Bulldogs. Trouble as she hits the line, and saved that time by Brylan Stewart.
Good take.
Yeah, down to Coleman. She can't hit the shot, but is fouled by Taya Williams. A lot of green in the stands on the far side. Very pro Silex crowd here at the old Clopton gym tonight. Missing the first one is Coleman. And the second shot is no good as well. Ball goes to the floor. It's tied up. It's going to stay with Louisiana with 2:21 to play. And the Bulldogs trailing Silex 21-6. Inbound pass is rejected back out of bounds. I'll have to try it again. As Jaden Womack will shift to the other side. They get it into Chapman. Her shot from the baseline, off the iron and out. And the rebound picked up by Williams. Here comes Mudd on the run. A little Euro step there, hit the bottom of the rim, but the rebound is picked up by Mooney. She'll back it all the way out. Abigail over to the far point for Taylor Howard. Howard, a few more minutes than in the opening round. Now to Tori Mudd. Mudd, baseline, lob
Good
pass.
pass.
Shot off the glass for Williams is good.
That was a great pass by Mudd.
23-6. Talking to Coach O'Haron before the game, she said the biggest issue she's had with this young team is just slowing them down enough to really get into their sets and not lose control. Another foul, or is the ball just out of bounds? Louisiana will keep it underneath the basket. And get it in, and another foul, and Maddie Hall took a shot to the choppers there from Brylan Stewart and gets a foul for her trouble. So Stewart will go to the line. And quickly back in is Plackmeyer. I'm guessing she took Hall's spot. Might be a little blood there, I don't know. First shot is good for Stewart. Her first point of the night makes it 23-7. Second shot for Brylan is high arcing and off the front iron. The rebound this time taken by Taylor Howard. Howard back for Lexi Plackmeyer. Now for Mooney. Mooney, bounce pass for Tori Mudd near side. Lob pass for Plackmeyer. Plackmeyer likes to live there down low. And the ball loose and taken in a tie-up. It's going to favor Silex this time. As these five for Silex will fight for any loose ball. I don't know if I've ever seen Lexi Plackmeyer smile on the floor. She is dogged for sure. Here's Taya Williams. Interesting three, but a nice putback opportunity for Taylor Howard, and she capitalizes, 25-7. That was almost a pass off the rim instead of a three-point attempt. Here's Chapman with it. They get it down low. Stewart has the ball go to the floor. It's going to be tied up, and it'll favor Louisiana this time. The arrow will, with 48.6 seconds to go. Eagle 102 halftime report coming up. There's a miss by Chapman, and Silex will slow down. Here's Mudd. Drops it off for Mooney with 38 on the clock. Mooney back for Torrey. Gets it to Plackmeyer. Kick it out far side. Here's Howard. High arcing shot off the mark. Taya Williams put back no good. Fouls her own shot. Kicks it out. And it's taken by Powell. Here comes Emily Powell. 1-on-3. And it's taken away by Mooney. And then Powell going to pick up a personal. 17 seconds to go even here in the second quarter. Over in the other gym, they're already at the half, and Monroe City leads Ellsbury 38-14. Mooney at the line for a 1-and-1. And the first one doesn't earn the second as it goes off the mark, and then the rebound goes off of Brylan Stewart out of bounds. Silex will have another chance with 14.6 seconds to go. We have an all Loggeman scorers table here in the old gym tonight. Plackmeyer gets it. Now Mooney back for Tori Mudd. Ball fake. Drives center of the lane, and she's fouled by Sky Coleman. And another 1-and-1 coming this time for Tori Mudd. 25-7. You can hear everything in this gym when it gets quiet. It's actually a 2-shot foul this time. And Mudd missed the first one. Still looking for her first point of the night. Second shot is no good. Rebound, fought for, taken by Stewart. Gets it to Chapman, down to 2 seconds. Here's they're not going to get the shot. Powell lost track of the clock just long enough for the horn to sound, and we go to the half with Silex leading Louisiana 25-7 through 2 quarters. Back with the halftime report after this on Eagle 102.
With winter weather upon us, remember One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Buying a home can be scary, but not with RE/MAX Realty. Whether you're looking to sell or to buy a home, commercial property, investment property, or land in Pike County and the surrounding area, the RE/MAX Realty Shop is here to help. When you or someone you know wants a passionate advocate to share the home buying experience with, call me. We will both be glad you did. I'm Elisha Koenig, RE/MAX agent.
Bank from anywhere with Bank of Louisiana's new Freedom Checking account. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, and free access to all of their mobile and online banking services. Bank on your own terms with Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Home data rates may apply. Check with your carrier for details. Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana.
This is Tracy Brookshire with the Pike County Health Department. With community transmission cases increasing in Pike County, it's becoming more difficult for healthcare providers to contact positive cases the same day these results are received. The state of Missouri has mandated that we prioritize first the investigations for school exposures, individuals 65 years and older, and cases associated with long-term care facilities. Those that do not fall into those categories will likely experience a delay in initial contact. Therefore, we have made some changes with our calling procedures to help streamline and make our calls more efficient. It is critical that if you have received a positive result or know you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, you need to begin a 14-day quarantine starting from when your symptoms began or the last day of exposure to the positive case. Your patience awaiting your initial call from our office is very much appreciated. Visit our dedicated COVID page on our website, pikecountyhealth.org, for more information.
Let Bowling Green Insurance be your crop insurance specialist. Bowling Green Insurance Agency and NAU Country provide farmers with superior crop insurance protection and the fast, friendly service our customers deserve. Call Fred Carlson or Jackie Mayer at 573-324-CROP or stop by our office at 310 Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green to discuss a protection plan that is right for your farming operation. NAU Country and Bowling Green Insurance are an equal opportunity provider.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
2 quarters in the books, and Corey, kind of what we expected. Some flashes from the youth of Louisiana, but Silex, that pressure has just led to a lot of fast break points so far in this ball game, and led to a lot of Louisiana turnovers.
Yeah, and I have wrote down 13, and it could be a few more. I may have lost count there for a second, but no, Silex's ball pressure on the guards has just really got Louisiana out of anything that they wanted to try to do offensively. I've heard Coach Branstetter here in front of us, he's said it several times, you got to fake a pass to make a pass. So if you're wanting to throw a chest pass, you got to fake down first like you're going to do a bounce pass and then make that chest pass, because Silex has just got so much ball pressure on the guards, and they aren't even able to get any post entries or even work the ball around the perimeter right now, which is good for Silex, but not for Louisiana. And another thing that Louisiana's doing, they're running a 3-2 zone, and right now Silex, all they're doing is taking a post and they're setting a screen on the bottom zone defender, and they're getting the ball to the corner wing, and that when that person comes out on Louisiana to guard the girl on the wing, the backside defender's not coming over and helping, so they're getting easy post entries there, and they're getting a lot of layups out of it. I believe that's how I'm looking for her name here.
Gradicke?
Yeah, Gradicke. I believe it's Sarah. She's gotten several points off those post entries because there's no defensive help on the backside.
And, and this game could be a lot worse. Silex having a little issue finishing off those shots from inside 5 feet.
They've missed several layups, and they've missed a few free throws. At first, they were kind of on fire from the free throw line and hitting several layups, but they've kind of missed a few here down the stretch. So I'd say that's one thing that they'll be talking about in the locker room at halftime here.
As it stands, it's 25-7. Silex leading Louisiana through 2 quarters. We'll take a break, come back with more of the Eagle 102 halftime report after this on KJFM.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Silex coming back out of the locker room. Louisiana hasn't made the walk yet. I think they're just setting up in classrooms down the hall there for this tournament. Before we get to scoring, I want to tell you that coverage all week from this Clopton Invitational brought to you on KJFM and KJFMradio.com by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Calvert's General Insurance, McDinger's, Northeast Missouri Title Company, McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory. Also by Bowen Construction, Liggins Flooring, Penrod Real Estate, Wood Smoke Meats, One Multi-Sports Complex, and Midwest Heating and Cooling. And some scoring numbers from the first half of this one. Do you have everything totaled up? Because I didn't total up mine yet.
I do not.
1 point for Rita Thurman, 4 for Abigail Mooney, 3 points in the first half for Taya Williams, 5 for Maddie Hall. Those all came in the first quarter. 2 points for Taylor Howard, and then 10 points for Sarah Gradicke through the first 2 quarters. For Louisiana, that one's a little bit simpler. A point for Brylan Stewart, 2 for Deprecia Chapman, and 4 points for Emily Powell, to give them their total of 7 from the first half. Louisiana just 1 of 4 shooting free throws. Not a whole big sample size, but so far they've got to get a little better when they get those opportunities. You said in the pregame they were practicing those free throws, and got to put practice into the game now. Yeah, practice into play. Thank you. Silex was a little better shooting free throws in the first quarter. They also have to be a little bit better. But
yeah, they were 7 for 8 the first quarter, I believe, is what I wrote down here.
Yeah, that's pretty close. But definitely fell off there in the second quarter. So they've got to be better from there, better from inside 5 feet, and they'll, if they do those things, probably trigger a running clock before the end of this ball game. About a minute and a half to go before quarter number 3. This is the Eagle 102 halftime report. Second half action coming up here from the old gym and the 25th Clopton Invitational after this.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Second half set to begin with Silex. Got an inbound on the far side. Mark front of Corey Buchanan here in the old gym. Marianne down the hall. Bringing you the championship semifinals. I'll finally get a sniff of the Dale Miller Gymnasium tomorrow night for the men's championship semifinals. It kept me in the old barn so far this week, but it's been fun. I love the old gyms. Off the miss, here comes Ty Campbell with it, runs into a brick wall, passes it out to an empty point, and Bowser will have to track it down in the backcourt. It wasn't tipped, so that's an over and back call. And the turnover gives it back to the Lady Owls 30 seconds into this third quarter. 25-7 is the Silex lead. Near corner with it, they drop it into Granicke, and she's fouled by Brylan Stewart.
They're already working the post. Had a lot of success the first half, so that's kind of what we figured that they would go back to doing.
Julia Granicke to inbound. Back up top, here's Thurman for three. That's off the mark. Rebound tipped out of bounds. And it'll be Louisiana ball on the far side. 44 seconds into the third quarter. And the Mark Twain Lady Tigers making their way to the locker room to get ready for the second game of the night. Over far side. Through Bowser to Powell. Powell loses control, loses the ball through her legs, and then it's tied up. It's going to be Bulldog ball early here in the third quarter. 25-7. Coach O'Haron calling for a little more intensity. Here's Powell. Can't imagine where it would come from after that first half. They were pretty intense. That shot no good. The rebound picked up by Plackmeyer. Here comes Lexi. Minute 15 into the quarter. Trying to find Granicke. She got covered, and so she'll go to Thurman on the far point. Near or far corner now for Julia. She'll try the three. Good. They weren't going to come out and defend her, so Julia Granicke just put up the tray and scores her first 3 points of the night. 28-7. 21-point advantage is the biggest of the night for the Owls. Now a steal. Get it up to Thurman off the steal by Plackmeyer. She sneaks it over the rim and scores. Rita Thurman, first shot from the field tonight. 3 points in the ball game. Near side for Powell. Powell in a double team again. And we're going to have a foul whistled against the Owls, and that's the third on Rita Thurman. And with 5:55 to play in the quarter, Reagan Bowser will inbound right below us. We're up on the stage here in the old gym. You really get to know a coach sitting in these spots. That shot no good, but a foul will send Chapman to the line to shoot a pair. And that one is on Plackmeyer, her second. It's 23 fouls, 23, and a timeout taken with 5:48 to play in the third quarter. 30-7, Silex leads Louisiana here in the second half on Eagle 102.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get-rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
30-7, Silex leading Louisiana. At the line is Ty Campbell. And Campbell's first shot a little short. So Plackmeyer picks up her 3rd personal. I think I said it was 2 earlier. And the second shot is good. First point of the half for Ty Campbell. And Plackmeyer gets it ahead to Julia Gradicke, into Sister Sarah, and she puts it off the glass and scores.
That's just too easy of a look for Silex.
Over to the far side, here's Powell. Back for Bowser, pass tipped. Campbell got it. From the free throw line, her shot goes off the glass and in. So Ty Campbell starting to pick up after picking up 3 fouls early in the ball game. So she's been on the bench quite a bit. She picked up her 3rd one in the first 30 seconds of the second quarter. Here's Thurman with it on the far point. Corner now for Julia Gradicke. Her 3, short, falls right into the hands of DePriesa Chapman. Powell in trouble and stolen by Thurman. Rita back the other way. That shot off the glass is good. Thurman with 5 points. 4 of those here in the quarter. Bowser to the near side for Chapman. Now for Stewart, and she traveled. Never put the ball on the floor. And she'll check out. Plackmeyer to Thurman in the backcourt. Rita to the far side for Julia Gradicke. Now back up to Lexi Plackmeyer. Plackmeyer to the far side for Julia. Back to Lexi. Worked it down low. Neither Gradicke was looking, and then out of bounds was Julia when she received the pass.
It was a great pass. She just wasn't looking at the time.
Neither Sarah or Julia. Here's a shot for Chapman. No good. Bowser comes in for the rebound and is tied up by Thurman. And the arrow favors the Lady Owls with 3:55 to go in the 3rd quarter. Our second game tonight from this gym will be Wright City and Mark Twain. Coverage all week long on Eagle 102 from this Clopton tournament, brought to you by Bowling Green Lumber, Lynn's Heritage House, Orff Construction, Pow Pow Cattle Farm and Fencing, A Taste of Philly, and Spring Valley Accounting. Glad you're with us, both on KJFM Radio and KJFMradio.com. And a foul on Powell. That's Emily's 2nd. And sends Maddie Hall to the line, and she hits. First time back since taking that shot to the mouth earlier. Second shot is good as well. And a substitution coming for Silex. After that made free throw, Hall out. Taya Williams back in. And another substitution as Mooney replaces Thurman. Howard replaces Julia Gradicke. And on the other side, it's Jaden Womack replacing Emily Powell. So you got Powell, Coleman, Bowser, Chapman, and Campbell in there, and Ty with it right now. Turnaround shot from just inside 3 is good. Ty Campbell 5 points all in the quarter. I'd like to see her get a hot streak from the field. Bowser hit the deck as Silex sets their offense. They lob it down to Sarah Gradicke, and again, too easy down at that low post. She's got 14. Campbell gets it to Coleman to the near side for Chapman. Far side now for Bowser and to Womack. Jaden forced to pass, goes through the legs of Campbell. Chapman comes in and battles Plackmeyer with it, but Taya Williams picks it up. Ahead to Abigail Mooney. Mooney waits for the offense to make it across the line, and then a little give and go with Plackmeyer to get a dribble back. Now for Lexi in the corner. She'll take the three. That one's good. All day to look at that one. And Lexi Plackmeyer scores her first points of the night. On the tray to make it 41-12. 2.5 minutes to go, third quarter. And a timeout taken by Coach Derek Brandstetter and the Lady Bulldogs. 41-12, the Silex lead over the Bulldogs. More second half action from the Clopton tournament after this on KJFM.
Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall. See Mike's Tire and Service Center in Bowling Green for all your automotive and tire needs. Mike's features 24-hour tire service, and when it's time to replace those tires, Mike's has great deals on several brands, ensuring they have the perfect tire for your vehicle. Mike's Tire and Service Center additionally offers alignments, tune-ups, oil changes, struts, state and DOT inspections. Mike's Tire and Service Center, Business 61 North in Bowling Green.
It's the new year and a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
2:29 to play, third quarter. Here from the Consolation Semifinals of this Clopton Invitational. Mark Ronick, Corey Buchanan, Marianne down the hall with the Ladies Championship semis, and Monroe City firmly in control of that game against Ellsbury. Silex with the ball. They'll kick it out to Taylor Howard. Howard into the corner for Plackmeyer, gets it to Gradicke. Sarah, no good. Rebound tipped around and taken by the Bulldogs as Sky Coleman grabs the rebound and will dribble out. Here's Bowser through the hands of Campbell. Ty wasn't expecting the pass. Plackmeyer will go coast to coast, and she's fouled by Bowser. And that's Reagan's
going to
fourth.
be number 4 on her.
And that's something that the young Lady Dogs will learn. Don't compound your mistake by taking a needless foul. That one rims out on the first shot by Lexi Plackmeyer. She sticks on 3 points in this game. Coleman checks out for the Bulldogs. Sarah Gradicke will take a seat for Silex. One more shot for Lexi. This time Plackmeyer hits to make it 42-12. Minute 48 to go in the third. The lead is 30. Here's Campbell. Through Womack to the far side. Powell. And we're going to have another foul whistle. This one on Taylor Howard. (42-12), and Womack to inbound on the far side, gets it to Campbell. Back for Womack. Jaden into a double team, gets it to Campbell. She'll step on the line and take a shot, and that one goes down. She's got that long range 2 measured out pretty well, does Ty Campbell. 7 points in the quarter. Tori Mudd working around. Now for Howard. Mudd with it in the far corner. Back through Howard to the top for Mooney. Here's Mudd from the near corner. Got her grip on the ball and splashes one home for 3. Tori Mudd in the book with a tray. And Silex has some girls that can shoot. Some of them just need a little more time or a little more space to measure it out. We're going to have a foul to send Campbell to the line with 49.5 or 6 seconds to go. 49.6. Foul goes on Taya Williams. Number 2. And the first shot is good. Ty's been good since coming back off the bench. He's picked up those 3 fouls early in this ball game. Couldn't be a factor now until the second half. Down to 43 seconds to go. Here's Mooney to Mudd. Mudd thinking about that 3. Passed it up. Here's Howard with it on the far side. Back up top for Mooney. Bounce pass corner. Tori Mudd. Fake that 3. Kicks it back. Down to 25 seconds to go. Third quarter action here from this ladies' consolation semi. Winner will play one more. Team that falls right out of the tournament. Here's Mooney. Corner. Here's Mudd with 10 seconds to go. Her 3 ball is short. Rebound picked up by Silex. Williams is fouled as she goes up for the shot and will head to the line to shoot a pair. .5 seconds on the clock. The foul was on Brylan Stewart, her second. And that thing, she pushed it 1.5 feet wide of the cylinder. Turned around to Coach O'Haron with the whoops face. Hits the second one. Talk about making an adjustment.
Yeah. At least she was able to dial that second one in.
Here's a buzzer beater attempt for Campbell. It falls off the front iron and out. And we played 3. 46-15, 31-point Silex lead as we head to the fourth on Eagle 102.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Need a little good news in your life? State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. Call me today at 573-754-5575. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
Final quarter, running clock as we start. Silex with the ball. Julia Granicki out to Lexi Plackmeyer. Now for Rita Thurman. Our coverage all week long from this Clopton Invitational brought to you in part by Sun Window Company, Pike County Title Company, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, Lisha Koenig, Remax Realty Agent, Rawls County Mutual Insurance, and McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating. Get all the syllables in there, Froenig. 46-15. Turnover gives it back to the Bulldogs as it goes out of bounds on the far side. 7:40 left in this contest. Here's Bowser with it. Back for Campbell. Ty. Free throw line. Kick it near side. Jaden Womack.
Good ball movement there.
Is good. Jaden into the book. Her first points of the night. And that'll stop the clock if there's a whistle before Silex scores again. Here's Plackmeyer. Over to the far side for Thurlman. Get it in. That shot for Maddie Hall's no good. And a foul will stop the clock. And that's an offensive foul, or foul on the rebound by Maddie Hall.
Guess they call it over the back there.
Yeah, I think she bumped her a little bit as she was reaching over. If she could have got it clean, she'd have been fine. Chapman comes back in, replacing Powell with 7:10 to go. 29-point Silex lead. Near side for Womack, and the ball tipped and taken from her. And wow, Silex Ball went up in the air. 3 or 4 players had a chance at it. Gradicke got it. Julia tips it to Maddie Hall. Hall looks for a little room, kicks it back out to Rita Thurman. Thurman near corner for Julia. Passed up the 3 to Rita. Now back up top again to Plackmeyer. For Gradicke, lob pass to Sarah. Too high off the glass. Maddie Hall's putback is good. And when they're both working down there, Sarah and Maddie Hall, that's tough to defend. Oh, almost stolen. Get it far side now for Chapman. Inside out and taken by Lexi Plackmeyer. Plackmeyer trying to go coast to coast, and she traveled. Little stutter step there to try and get some room between herself and the defender, and the turnover gives it back to Louisiana. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth, with the clock running again. 48-17 is the Silex advantage. Womack for Campbell. Back for Jaden. Skip pass near side for Bowser. Back for Campbell. Here's a 3. That one's off the mark, and the rebound grabbed by Sarah Gradicke for Silex. She'll just hand it off to Lexi Plackmeyer, who's going to take her time coming up the floor. Plackmeyer to Gradicke. Julia's shot turns into a pass for Maddie Hall, who puts it in.
She's setting up for those weak side rebounds, and it's really paying off for her here. Getting some easy layups.
Here's Bowser, skips it to Chapman in the corner. Now for Campbell, and that pass is tipped by Thurman and taken by Hall. Back to Thurman. Pass too far ahead for Julia Gradicke. Goes out of bounds. Back to Louisiana with 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Second game from this gym will be Wright City and Mark Twain. Second game from the high school gym, Clopton and Winfield in the championship semifinal. Powell. It's it for Campbell to Chapman on the far side. Back to Ty Campbell to the free throw line, gets it to Chapman. Back for Bowser, near side for Powell. Emily Powell. Center of the lane is blocked back by Plackmeyer. Ball goes up. It's taken back by Chapman. Gets it to Stewart. Too hard off the glass, and the rebound is ripped away, and we're going to have a foul on Reagan Bowser as she hooked the arm. And that's it for Reagan Bowser. That's her 5th personal. So she fouls out with 4:15 to go, and a fresh 4 for Silex into the ball game. I think everyone has seen action tonight that's come with the Silex crew.
It's always nice to have a deep bench, get everybody a breather.
Especially when the virus has worked its way through your locker room.
For sure, yeah.
Because that's one of the long-lasting symptoms is still being out of breath. And that shot is up and good. That was Tori Mudd. She's got 5. Make it 52-17. Far side with it is Emily Powell. Powell double teamed. Gets it to Brylan Stewart. Stewart. And she's fouled from behind. I think that will be on Hall. Double check it. And it is on Maddie, and that's her 3rd. 3:15 left in this contest. 52-17. Stewart has the inbound pass go off her hand. Still fighting for it. Loose ball that goes to the floor, and a tie-up will keep it with Louisiana. 5 minutes gone here in the final quarter of this ball game. Womack to inbound. Lobs it in. Brylan Stewart kicks it back out to Chapman. Caprice over to the far side for Womack. Gives it to Powell. Powell going to work her way inside the free throw line, and that shot is up and good. Emily Powell has 6. First basket in a while for number 25. Here's Howard with it on the far point for Silex. Bounce pass for Tori Mudd. She tries to work it to the baseline. It goes off the hands of Maddie Hall out of bounds, and we're down to 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in this contest. More subs coming. We try and get everyone into the ball game here at the end. For Louisiana, now a tip and a take for Abigail Mooney. She puts it off the glass for 2 more. She's got 6 in this game. And a timeout taken just to get the substitution. As into the ball game comes Ivy Olson and Brooke Shepard. Pass tipped, but still gets to Campbell. Now for Powell. Works her way inside the free throw line, then loses the handle. Picked up by Jaden Womack. Womack's bounce pass. And we're going to have a foul against Silex down to 1:40 in this game. And that's on Maddie Hall again, her fourth. And maybe dial back the pressure maybe to a 6 here inside a minute and a half. That shot no good on the front half for Womack. And the rebound picked up by the Lady Owls. Here's Mudd for 3. That's off the mark. Rebound picked up by Howard. Her shot short. Got her own rebound again. This time puts it over the rim. Mudd will track it down in the near corner and then is knocked out of bounds by Jaden Womack. And we're going to have to personal whistled against Jaden. Just her second. And we're under a minute to go in this game. Maddie Hall with it. Just inside the three-point stripe is short with that shot. But the rebound picked up by Mudd, down to 40 seconds to go. Silex doesn't really need to shoot, but they get it to Tay Williams, who puts it off the glass. Hall can't corral the rebound, and it's taken away from Brooke Shepard. And the arrow this time, they're going to call a tie-up or no, a foul. And Shepard's going to shoot a 1-and-1, I think. They had to tell which player was going to the line. Down to 10 seconds. Will she get the first shot off? She does, off the glass and good. To make it 54-20, earns the second. The horn's going to sound. They'll let her know they stopped the clock with .2. Maddie Hall was standing underneath the basket. You can't stand there for a free throw. Second shot. Too hard off the glass, and that's the ball game. 54-19 is our final. Excuse me, 54-20. She hit the first one, so they never put it on the board, did they?
I don't think.
Yeah. I'll blame a Loggeman. There's two of them sitting there. Our final, oh, they put it on the wrong side. There it is. 54-20 is our final score. Our scoreboard was right here on KJFMradio.com. We'll come back with a post-game show for you after this on Eagle 102.
You've been listening to the Eagle 102 Game of the Week. The post-game show, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops, is coming up next.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones Financial Advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
With winter weather upon us, remember One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Buying a home can be scary, but not with RE/MAX Realty. Whether you're looking to sell or to buy a home, commercial property, investment property, or land in Pike County and the surrounding area, the RE/MAX Realty Shop is here to help. When you or someone you know wants a passionate advocate to share the home buying experience with, call me. We will both be glad you did. I'm Elisha Koenig, RE/MAX agent.
Time for the Eagle 102 post-game show, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Final in this one, 54-20, as Silex downs Louisiana. Louisiana 0 for 2 in this tournament, and we'll head back to the land of the Bulldog, and Silex will move on and play on championship night, Friday night, back in the Dale Miller Gymnasium. Actually, their first trip to the Dale Miller Gymnasium, just like mine will be tomorrow, but they'll play the winner of the next game, which is between Mark Twain and Wright City. Silex, nothing overly impressive. I mean, their full court pressure was pretty good. Their pressure defense, if Louisiana broke, was pretty good. No real dominance in this ballgame. They just did what they had to do. They worked their sets, they got their work in, and were able to avoid any meltdowns against Louisiana, and that's always a good thing.
Yeah, I wish we had a shot chart, because I guarantee you 95% of those shots came from on the blocks, shooting layups.
They got a couple of three balls mixed in, but it was a textbook effort from the Silex Lady Owls in this one, defeating Louisiana 54-20. Now, there were some bright spots for the Bulldogs. I thought they were a lot more dialed in offensively in the second half. And
yeah, they cut their turnovers over half of what they had in the first quarter, or the first half. They had, I only have 6 marked down for them in the second half, so that was a substantial improvement there.
And then the emergence of Ty Campbell, who got into foul trouble very early in the ball game. She sat most of the first quarter. I think it's 30 seconds in, she had 2 fouls.
Yeah.
And then 30 seconds into the second quarter, she picks up her third. Ended up sitting until the third quarter, and then comes out in that third quarter and puts 8 on the board. So pretty good glimpse there from Ty Campbell. And then, you're always going to get some points from Emily Powell. They need to find her a little more space to work with, and that's going to be a key for this Louisiana team.
Yeah, and the Silex defense just really didn't allow much space at all. I mean, they were all over every guard, all the posts. They had a great defensive outing tonight, and they got really good looks on the offensive side, and Louisiana's help defense, and they just need to be a little bit stronger with the ball on the wings to be able to pass the ball around and get in their sets.
All right, we only have about 12 minutes to go before the next game starts, so let's go through the final scoring numbers. First for Louisiana, a point for Brylan Stewart, a point for Brooke Shepard, 2 points for Deprecia Chapman, 2 points for Jaden Womack, 6 for Emily Paulos. Most of those came in the first half, and 8 points for Ty Campbell in this ball game, for their total of 20 in the ball game. For Silex, they had 2 points from Taylor Howard, 3 for Julia Gradicke, 4 points for Taya Williams, 5 for Tori Mudd, 5 for Rita Thurman. Did I miss 4 for Lexi Plackmeyer? Sure did. 6 points for Abigail Mooney, 11.9 for Maddie Hall, and 14 from Sarah Gradicke. And like you said, most of those right under the bucket, or coming off of free throws, being fouled right under the bucket. She got a lot of really good looks tonight in this win over Louisiana. 54-20, our final. Back with the second game from the old gym after this and the pregame show here on Eagle 102.
Bank from anywhere with Bank of Louisiana's new Freedom checking account. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, and free access to all of their mobile and online banking services. Bank on your own terms with Freedom checking from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Home data rates may apply. Check with your carrier for details. Freedom checking from Bank of Louisiana.
This is Tracy Brookshire with the Pike County Health Department. With community transmission cases increasing in Pike County, it's becoming more difficult for healthcare providers to contact positive cases the same day these results are received. The state of Missouri has mandated that we prioritize first the investigations for school exposures, individuals 65 years and older, and cases associated with long-term care facilities. Those that do not fall into those categories will likely experience a delay in initial contact. Therefore, we have made some changes with our calling procedures to help streamline and make our calls more efficient. It is critical that if you have received a positive result or know you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, you need to begin a 14-day quarantine starting from when your symptoms began or the last day of exposure to the positive case. Your patience awaiting your initial call from our office is very much appreciated. Visit our dedicated COVID page on our website, pikecountyhealth.org, for more information.
Let Bowling Green Insurance be your crop insurance specialist. Bowling Green Insurance Agency and NAU Country provide farmers with superior crop insurance protection and the fast, friendly service our customers deserve. Call Fred Carlson or Jackie Mayer at 573-324-CROP or stop by our office at 310 Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green to discuss a protection plan that is right for your farming operation. NAU Country and Bowling Green Insurance are an equal opportunity provider.
You're listening to Eagle 102 KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green, 102.1 on your dial. KJFM Radio, Eagle 102.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
And welcome back to the old Clopton Gym, 25th Annual Clopton Invitational. Getting ready for our second game of the night as we'll have Wright City, the number 7 seed, taking on the 3 seed Mark Twain Lady Tigers. And how did they get to this ball game? Well, Mark Twain was upset, the biggest upset of the opening round by Winfield in overtime, 55-53. And then in the other side, Wright City was beat up on by the Clopton Lady Hawks, 59-27. So they come into this ball game, maybe Mark Twain a little chip on their shoulder after suffering the only upset in the opening round of this tournament, Corey. I don't know if you were ever in that situation, but I'd be pretty mad and looking for a little redemption after taking it on the chin, being beaten overtime by a 6 seed. So about 7.5 minutes to go before we tip off this ball game. We'll take a quick break. Our keys to the game are coming up on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724. Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicky Cadwallader Real Estate in Louisiana.
There's a lot of traffic on the stage here between games. A lot of running, a lot of Logamans running around as we try and get set for the second game between Mark Twain and Wright City. And our keys to the game for this one, I mentioned it right off the bat. Mark Twain has a chip on their shoulder. They're probably not happy to be here after losing in overtime in the upset to the 6 seed. But they've got to control that emotion a little bit and really do what they need to do, put away this Wright City team pretty early. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, for sure. You never want to lose to a seed lower than you. I know it's easier said than done, but...
Were you ever in that situation?
Yeah, a few times, but we were usually the lower seed trying to beat the higher seed.
Yeah, well, an upset either way upsets somebody. That's why they call it an upset. All right, so and for Wright City, boy, they've got to be better than they were against Clopton. I know that's a a wacky statement or whatever, because Clopton is a 2 seed for a reason, but they've got to come out and play with a little bit more aggression against a Mark Twain team that is a little emotionally fragile right now after that upset. So those are our keys to the game. We'll have our starting lineups for you after this on KJFM.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing MercBK Mobile. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
I think we're finally set for this ball game. It was a little chaotic up here for a little while on the stage at the old Clopton Gym. Our starting lineups, I think we got them. Number 7 seed Wright City Wildcats, coached by Dan Friedel. They'll start freshman number 2 Caden Johnson, senior number 5 Emily Shanuel, number 10 a senior Abby Rains, number 14 a sophomore Abigail Bosson, and number 20 a sophomore Jasmine Simpson. So again, it's Johnson, Shanuel, Rains, Bosson, and Simpson. For the number 3 seed Mark Twain Lady Tigers, they're coached by Matt Boswell. They'll start a senior at 5'8", Emma Ross. She wears number 3. Number 15, a 5'8" junior, Autumn Arndt. Number 24, a 5'2" senior, Elizabeth Trower. Number 32, a 5'5" senior, Zoe Miller. Number 33, a 5'8" junior, Emily Evans. So again, for Matt Boswell's Lady Tigers, it's Ross, Arndt, Trower, Miller, and Evans. So those are your starters for both sides. Our coverage of the Clopton Invitational brought to you all week long on Eagle 102, brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Calvert's General Insurance, McDinger's Restaurant in Eolia, Northeast Missouri Title Company, and McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory. We'll take a quick break while they introduce the players on the floor. Come back with your opening tip after this on KJFM.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Teams on the floor, they've been introduced. Mark Twain in their road blues trimmed in black and white, and Wright City in their home whites trimmed in blue and yellow. Here for this Consolation semifinal game, it'll be for Mark Twain Evans, jumping center, against number 20, Jasmine Simpson, for Wright City. And if I remember correctly, Jasmine, pretty good ball player. Saw her last year in this tournament. See if she's progressed any in her sophomore season. The opening tip is fought for and comes out of bounds on the near side. So it's going to be Wright City ball. As they say, last touch by Mark Twain, and that'll point the arrow the other way for our first jump. And Coach Dan Frito calls out Carolina as the first play here of this contest. Here's Simpson with it, comes out of the corner. All the way out to the center line, and Bulldog there by one of the Lady Bulldogs. Excuse me, Lady Tigers. That shot is good for Abby Raines. And it's Wright City taking the early lead. 2-0. Emma Ross was the defender. That almost got that steal on the first time. Here's Autumn Arndt. Over to the far side now for Elizabeth Trower. That shot, no shot.
You call it on the floor.
And it's going to be on Jasmine Simpson, I believe. Nope. They go the other way for Vossen. So her first and the team's first. Here's a 3-ball off the inbound. It's offline, and the rebound tracked down on the far side by Abigail Vossen. Up the floor with it quickly are the Lady Wildcats as they look to set the tempo in this ball game. With it is Johnson. They work up and around. Pass off the chest of Jasmine Simpson. She recovers. Simpson, as Ross falls down, get it to Shanuel, and she lost it on the baseline, but they said it was knocked away. It's going to stay with the Wildcats. 6:38 to play, opening quarter. Set to trigger the inbound play is Shanuel. Here's a wild shot from outside, and it goes off of Abigail Vossen out of bounds back to Mark Twain, who trail this game 2-0. Up the floor with it is Autumn Arndt. Arndt across the line to the near side for Zoe Miller. Miller back up top for Arndt, or Trower rather. Now for Miller. And for Arndt again. Over to the far side for Trower. Lob pass to the free throw line. Touch it down to Ross on the baseline, and her pass across the court is intercepted by Abby Raines. Rain goes in 1-on-2. Ooh. And she is called for the travel. Yeah, I think the official on the near side was thinking about calling the contact. The one on the far side made the correct call for the travel. 2 minutes gone, a 2-0 ball game. Here's Trower with it. Over far side now for number 15, Autumn Arndt. Works it to the baseline. It's knocked away from Ross. It'll stay with Mark Twain with 5:48 to play in the quarter. As Trower triggers the inbound play to Ross. Up and around the perimeter to the near side for Arndt. Now for Trower again. Trower to Arndt. She goes across the top of the key to the far side with the pass for Zoe Miller. Now work it to the middle of the lane. They get it down to Ross, but it's taken away. Now she ends up with it. Tries to find her way to the basket and is fouled by Jasmine Simpson. That's her first. Team second. And Ross will head to the line. First shot is good. Snuck it over the front iron to make it a 1-point game. 2-1 our score with 5:31 to play in the quarter. The second shot is no good. And the rebound grabbed by Abby Raines. Long pass ahead, tipped and taken by Emily Evans. Into the front court comes Mark Twain. Here's Ross trying to find her way to the hoop. Lost the handle as she had to deal with Raines. Shanuel to inbound. Gets it to Caden Johnson. Johnson hounded by Trower. Gets it back to Shanuel. She comes across the line to Raines. Her mid-range jumper is too long. Rebound, though, is shot back up. Still no good for Caden Johnson. And on the second rebound, we're going to have a foul against Wright City. And that's her second already. She'll have to come out of the ball game. Replaced by Lindsay Grunzinger. That's losing about, I'd say, a full foot of height there.
Yeah, Wright City's going to have to be careful about the foul trouble. They only have 6 players here.
That is an issue. Ross back up top now for Miller. Now for Arndt. To the baseline for Ross. Kicks it back out. Here's Trower for the 3. Offline. And the rebound picked up by Trower. Got the long rebound. And we'll reset the offense to Arndt on the far side. Lob pass for Evans. Back up through Miller. Miller back to Arndt. Now for Ross. Back to Arndt again. And handed to Trower on her back shoulder. She gives it back. Says, I didn't want this in the first place. Baseline. They get it to Ross. She finds some room. Forced one off the glass. No good. And the rebound picked up by Shanuel. And then she rolls it over to Jasmine Simpson. Jasmine across the line. Gets it to Abby Raines. Raines a little bit further back for Shanuel. Lob pass for Simpson. Simpson is fouled by Emma Ross. First team foul for Mark Twain. And into the ball game comes Audrey Ross. She'll replace Trower. .351. Here's Simpson off the inbound. Yes, and a foul. Jasmine Simpson. First 2 points, a chance to make it 3 from the line. And the foul whistled against Emily Evans. 4-1 is the Wright City lead, trying to make it a 4-point lead with this free throw, and unable to is Simpson. And here comes Ross off the rebound. Ross takes it back. And now we'll take the 3. That one's good. Ross ties it up at 4. Emma with the tray with 3:31 to play here in the first quarter. Bounce pass near side. Here's Raines. Back for Shanuel. Now for Simpson. Simpson drops it off for Grunzinger. She has trouble with it, still having trouble with it, and finally almost picked up with the ball by Audrey Ross. I'd say she probably checks in about 72 pounds. And I may be giving her a few pounds there.
Soaking wet, maybe.
Yeah. 5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. We're tied at 4. Here's Shanuel with it. 3 is short. Simpson the rebound, and a tie-up is going to keep it with Wright City. 2:45 to play in the quarter. 4-4 our score. And Shanuel to inbound. To Raines. Raines to the hoop. No good off the glass, and then the ball goes out of bounds on the rebound. Last touch by Ross. That's Audrey Ross. So Shanuel listening to the instructions here from the coaches ahead of this inbound play. And Raines gets it. I don't know how there's not any contact called. She's been getting pounded in there and then travels. 2:36 to play in the quarter. I think Coach Friedel's thinking the same thing. With it on the far side is Zoe Miller. Miller drops it down now to Ross. Emma kicks it near side for Arndt. Back for Audrey Ross. That shot no good. Rebound is out the far side. Somehow gets to Emma Ross, who puts it off the glass and in.
Good hustle play by, I didn't see what number
I think it was Zoe Miller that came flying in. 32 in blue. Here's Shanuel with it with 6 minutes gone in the first quarter, and a foul going to be whistled against Emma Ross, and they can't afford to get her into foul trouble. It's her second. And she'll check out, replaced by Emily Evans. Here's Raines. Lob pass for Shanuel. Shanuel loses it as she tried to take it across the free throw line. Here's Arndt. Arndt lifts that one over the rim and in. Arndt with her first 2 points, and here's Grunzinger back for Simpson. Jasmine up and around through Johnson to Shanuel. Back for Grunzinger. Her name is longer than she is tall. Grunzinger back for Simpson. Kicks it to the corner for Shanuel from inside three. Should have stepped out. That one would have been perfect length. Long rebound off the far side, though, picked up by Raines. Now Simpson. Grunzinger over to the far side for Abby Raines. Just inside three. That one goes off the glass, no good. And Grunzinger has the rebound grabbed off her hands by Mark Twain. And now a foul going back the other way. Going to be whistled on Abby Raines. And it'll send Audrey Ross to the free throw line. First on Raines. And Ross's first shot is up and good to make it 9-4. 55.6 seconds to go in the first quarter here from the consolation semis of this Clopton tournament. Second one no good. Simpson the rebound for Wright City. Here comes Shanuel up the floor. Emily across the line to the near side. Now takes it back up top, and it's taken away from Raines by Evans. Emily Evans off the glass, good, and a foul. Back-to-back fouls on Abby Raines, and a chance for an and one for Emily Evans. 39.5 seconds to go, and Abby will check out of the ball game. And the shot is good, so a three-point play for Evans to make it 10-4. Excuse me, 12-4. With 30 seconds to go. They get it down low. Shot off the glass is good for Jasmine Simpson. She's got 4 of the 6 points for Wright City. 15 on the clock. Mark Twain most likely playing for the final shot. Well, they'll force one up. That wasn't a good look. And the ball goes to the floor. We're going to have a foul whistled against Emily Evans, her second. Thought she got the tie up, and she goes, they called a foul. I think I had the inflection right there, too. 8.3 seconds to go as they called the foul. 12-6 is the Mark Twain lead, and here's Simpson trying to go coast to coast, has it punched out from behind, and the loose ball picked up by Mark Twain down to 1.4 seconds. They won't get the shot off. It was short anyway from Arndt. Good effort off the steal, and Mark Twain will have to settle for a 6-point lead after 8 minutes. 12-6 our score as the Tigers lead Wright City from the Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall. See Mike's Tire and Service Center in Bowling Green for all your automotive and tire needs. Mike's features 24-hour tire service, and when it's time to replace those tires, Mike's has great deals on several brands, ensuring they have the perfect tire for your vehicle. Mike's Tire and Service Center additionally offers alignments, tune-ups, oil changes, struts, state and DOT inspections. Mike's Tire and Service Center, Business 61 North in Bowling Green.
It's the new year and a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
Mark Twain ball to start the second quarter. They lead this game by 6 after 8 minutes. Quick look at the scoring. 2 points for Abby Raines, 4 for Jasmine Simpson. That's all the scoring for Mark Twain for Wright City. For Mark Twain, 6 points for Emma Ross, 2 for Autumn Arndt, 1 for Audrey Ross, and the other 3 for Emily Evans. And now a steal, but stepping out of bounds on the far side is Abigail Vossen. That negates the turnover, and you said the turnovers look pretty good through one quarter. A steep decline from the first game of the night. Bounce pass to Ross, kick it across. That shot way high off the glass, and the rebound comes out the near side, gathered in by Shanuel. Coverage of the Clopton tournament all week long on Eagle 102, brought to you in part by Bowen Construction, Liggins Flooring, Penrod Real Estate, Wood Smoke Meats, One Multi-Sports Complex, and Midwest Heating and Cooling. And whistle on the floor. And a foul against Evans again, right? And she'll have, no, other way. They said 23 maybe, or just the third on 3, and that's just as bad a news. So Ross picks up the personal, and the shot is good. Simpson hits the first free throw. Give her a handful of points. And the second shot is good as well. 4-point game. Mark Twain's leader is on the bench with 3 fouls here in the first half. That's trouble. Work it in. No, intercepted by Simpson. She's going to give Mark Twain fits today. That shot wild. Didn't call the initial contact, but after the miss, they're going to call a foul on Jasmine Simpson. Her second. And into the ball game for the first time is Taylor Martin. And she'll trigger the inbound with no pressure from Wright City. Far side with it is Zoe Miller. Near side now for Autumn Arndt. Arndt shot off the glass and in. Had some odd English on it there. 4 points for Autumn. Here's Shanuel to Grunzinger. Grunzinger, and a timeout taken by Coach Friedel and the Lady Wildcats. With 6:35 to go in the first half, 14-8. Mark Twain leads Wright City from the Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Browns Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
6:35 to play here in the first half. Mark Fronek, Corey Buchanan here in the old gym for the Consolation semis, and get you an update on what's happening down the hall, maybe. If I can get my tabs working right. It's Winfield leading Clopton in the first quarter, 11-10. So that one a much better effort. And the effort from Winfield was good. They pulled the only upset in overtime in the opening round over these Mark Twain Tigers. Now they're giving Clopton fits. Here's Grunzinger having trouble in front of the bench, and she stepped out of bounds. .6:10 to play here in the first half. Pass to the free throw line. They'll kick it back out. Here's Trower for 3. That's long. Turns into a pass and the putback, and a foul will be called to send Autumn Arndt to the line. I think that's going to be on Vossen, her third. A lot of fouls. You don't have enough players to commit that many. First shot good for Autumn Arndt. Extends the lead to 15-8. Second shot. Good as well.
High arcing shot.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing but net.
She's been pulling those the whole tournament so far. With it on the far side is Caden Johnson. Through Rains down low to Shanuel, and she's blocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with Wright City.
Oh, he's saying it hit the bottom of the.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not sure what he said it hit.
With it is Rains. Bounce pass back out. Here's a three. Top off the glass and good for Caden Johnson.
Bank is open.
Makes it a 5-point game. Free throw line. Here's Martin. Her shot short. Rebound comes to Mark Twain. Now goes to the floor and picked up by Abby Rains. Rains puts it ahead for Johnson. Now to Shanuel. Now for Rains again to the near side for Grunzinger. Grunzinger couldn't find room. Gives it back to Abby. Free throw line. Jasmine Simpson through two. And that was continuation if I've ever seen it. But they're going to call a foul on Art on the floor. Larry Lagerman, inadvertent horn. I think he was actually a little confused as we were how that wasn't a basket. Here's Simpson. That one's good. Jasmine.
She finished through the contact there, but no foul.
That's interesting. Here's Trower with it. Lob pass for Martin to the near side. Arndt. Back up top for number 25, Audrey Ross. Lobs it, and it's taken by Abby Rains. To Shanuel. As Coach Friedel gets vocal, and then the pass through the hands of Johnson on the far side and out of bounds. Turnover gives it back to the Tigers with 4:46 to go in the half. Arndt goes to the far side. Little trouble there for Ross. She gathers it back under control. Gets it to Martin through traffic. Down low, shot off the glass is no good. And the rebound pulled down this time by Simpson. Here comes Jasmine, an over-the-head pass back to Shanuel, and she has it stripped and stolen. Here comes Audrey Ross all alone off the glass and good. Audrey Ross has 3 points in this ballgame. Shanuel back up the floor for Wright City to Abby Rains. Rains to Grunzinger. Grunzinger up and around through Johnson, near corner for Shanuel. She's got the ball stripped by Ross. Audrey. Near side. Arndt. Floater is good. Little run being put together here by the Lady Tigers. They're up by 7. Past the midway point of the first half. Second quarter. Rains to Shanuel. Kicks it down low to Simpson. Jasmine. Through more traffic, and how is there not fouls being called?
That
she was
clothesline.
clotheslined.
Yeah.
Pass too far and out of the reach of Taylor Martin. Into the ball game comes Madison Waddell. For the Lady Tigers. 3:18 to play in the first half of this ball game. And they get it to Simpson, and she's fouled from behind by Arndt.
I think that was a makeup call there.
She gave her a little belly bump from behind. But like you said, it wasn't much. So 1-1 coming for Simpson, and she hit the first during the second. Makes it a 6-point game. Second shot for Jasmine is long off the top of the backboard and falls into the hands of Emily Evans. Evans gets it ahead. Shot blocked, and coming out with it is Waddell. Madison is fouled by Grunzinger. It's going to be Lindsay's first. Grunzinger, just a freshman. Get a little coaching now from Coach Dan Friedel. First shot, good for Waddell, and Madison earns the second. Back to a 7-point lead. Puts it on the floor with authority a couple of times, then hits the second free throw as well. 8-point advantage, largest of the night so far for the Tigers. 5 minutes gone in the quarter. Here's Shanuel with it. Almost traveled, gave it up to Abby Raines. Free throw line for Jasmine Simpson. Splits the defense and is fouled. And she'll shoot another 1-and-1. Going to go against Madison Waddell. And Simpson hits the first. Cuts the deficit to 7. She's made 4 of her first 5 from the free throw line. Second shot, good as well.
Not much spin on that shot. It's almost like she's throwing a knuckleball up there, but it's going in.
Doesn't matter if it doesn't hit anything but the twine.
Well, that's true.
And a travel called against Waddell. Turnover gives it back to the Wildcats with 2:38 to play. And Shanuel will inbound right below us here on the stage at the Clopton Old Gym.
Mark Twain did go on a little run there, but Red City's kind of shut them down. Got a few stops, and the momentum's starting to swing, it looks like.
Now a tie-up, trying to get that momentum back. Before the tie-up, though, a timeout called by Wright City. 22-16, Mark Twain leads the Wildcats as we play here in the second in the Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Need a little good news in your life? State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. Call me today at 573-754-5575. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
Clopton's open up a little run on Winfield as they have a 6-point lead late in the first half. We're late in the first half here. And Mark Twain leads Wright City 22-16. Been impressed with Wright City. They just don't have the numbers. They're just, not even the numbers, but depth, at all. They got to rely on the 5 that are there as the ball is almost lost out of bounds by Grunzinger. Simpson to the far side has her pass taken by Taylor Martin. Martin crossed the lane to Arndt, and Simpson came in from behind to prevent the easy 2 points. And it is a little woozy after hitting that pad there. Full force. Up and around through Audrey Ross. And back to Audrey now. She'll take it between the circles and kicks it off far side for Zoe Miller. Miller tried to force one inside to Taylor Martin. And now Grunzinger has it knocked away from behind, picked up by Emily Evans. Evans kicks it near side. Here's Ross for 3. Good. That's a pretty looking 3-ball there. Audrey Ross has 6 points. I love it when we're lined up right behind the shooter. Can see exactly the look that they're getting. Raines near corner for Simpson. Skips away from the baseline. Now Grunzinger will try and drive the lane, and she's fouled and will head to the line. Foul going to be whistled on Audrey Ross. With 1 minute even to go, a 9-point Mark Twain lead. Grunzinger's first shot is no good. Pushed it off to the right just a tad. Should get one more opportunity. The second shot. And that one rims out and picked up by Emily Evans. Evans on the run for Mark Twain. Leaves it for Martin. Now comes near side for Ross. Up and around to Martin again. Lob pass, and what do we have? They're going to, the clock didn't start when the play did. They're going to go to 51 seconds even. And a good catch by the official there.
Yeah, I didn't even notice it.
We, like the players, pretty focused on what's going on the floor. Officials have to take that all into their periphery. And now that ball is off the hand of Ross and out of bounds. Turnover gives it back to the Wildcats. 39.7 seconds to go. They'd like to get this a little closer than 9, and they did not give the last second substitution.
I just don't think the refs knew that anybody was sitting down there.
Yeah. And a travel called against Grunzinger. Larry Lagerman says, I'm struggling, man, as the officials go by. 22 seconds to go. Near side. Here's a three. That one's short. Off the hand of Elizabeth Trower, and Grunzinger trying to go 1-on-3. Blocked out of bounds, and it's going to be Mark Twain ball. Grunzinger looks a little winded at this point. Yeah, flexing out that right knee also. She hit the wall. There's a forced shot, no good, and that'll do it for the first half of this ball game as Shanuel grabs the loose ball. And Hannah Mallory had the opportunity there as she came in late in the half to try and get on the board. 25-16 is the Mark Twain lead over Wright City. We'll take a break, come back with the Eagle 102 halftime report after this on KJFM.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
With winter weather upon us, remember One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Buying a home can be scary, but not with RE/MAX Realty. Whether you're looking to sell or to buy a home, commercial property, investment property, or land in Pike County and the surrounding area, the RE/MAX Realty Shop is here to help. When you or someone you know wants a passionate advocate to share the home buying experience with, call me. We will both be glad you did. I'm Elisha Koenig, RE/MAX agent.
Bank from anywhere with Bank of Louisiana's new Freedom Checking account. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, and free access to all of their mobile and online banking services. Bank on your own terms with Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Home data rates may apply. Check with your carrier for details. Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
2 quarters in the books here at Clopton High School, the 25th annual Clopton Invitational. And it's the Mark Twain Tigers leading the Wright City Wildcats 25-16. And apologies to Dayton Gurley. Gurley is actually in the ball game, not Abby Rains. Rains is out for tonight's game, so 2 points for Gurley through 2 quarters, not Rains, as we were saying. So a little misidentification. The books were late arriving, so we couldn't get our normal look at who was dressed and who wasn't tonight. So 25-16. You saw some things out of both teams. Mark Twain got into a little foul trouble early, and I think are really been helped by the lack of whistles. Jasmine Simpson kind of getting beat up trying to drive the lane. They finally started calling those late in the first half. She got some opportunities from the free throw line, and she's a very good free throw shooter. She hit 5 of the 6 shots she took in the second quarter. But if she can continue to get those calls, which they seemed a little obvious there at times and weren't getting called, and of course we've got a different vantage point from up here. But if she can keep going to the line, I think Wright City could make a little run in this ball game. But Mark Twain, they've got a lot of players to choose from. They've got a lot of scoring. 5 different players scored in that first half. They can move the ball around. They've got some good outside shooting. If they can just stick to what works for them, I think they can pull away in the second half over this number 7 seed.
Yeah, I agree. And Emma Ross started out in the first quarter. She was the high scorer in the first quarter, and then she, like you said, got into foul trouble and wasn't able to play very much that second quarter. She's kind of the facilitator out there. They did good with her on the bench. They were able to go on a little run there and stretch the lead and kind of hold on to it. Yeah,
that's kind of been an issue. They don't have many games in the books, do the Mark Twain Lady Tigers, with all the COVID issues they've had through that team and through that school. So I think maybe it's a little you lose a little discipline, not getting that practice time in, not getting these game situations in. I think the further she gets into the season and more comfortable on the floor, I think those fouls will kind of melt away a little bit. But right now she just needs to watch herself a little bit as she goes into the second half with 4 fouls. So that's the story of the first 2 quarters here as Mark Twain leads by 9, 25-16. We'll look at those first half scoring numbers when we come back on the Eagle 102 halftime report.
This is Tracy Brookshire with the Pike County Health Department. With community transmission cases increasing in Pike County, it's becoming more difficult for healthcare providers to contact positive cases the same day these results are received. The state of Missouri has mandated that we prioritize first the investigations for school exposures, individuals 65 years and older, and cases associated with long-term care facilities. Those that do not fall into those categories will likely experience a delay in initial contact. Therefore, we have made some changes with our calling procedures to help streamline and make our calls more efficient. It is critical that if you have received a positive result or know you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, you need to begin a 14-day quarantine starting from when your symptoms began or the last day of exposure to the positive case. Your patience awaiting your initial call from our office is very much appreciated. Visit our dedicated COVID page on our website, pikecountyhealth.org, for more information.
Let Bowling Green Insurance be your crop insurance specialist. Bowling Green Insurance Agency and NAU Country provide farmers with superior crop insurance protection and the fast, friendly service our customers deserve. Call Fred Carlson or Jackie Mayer at 573-324-CROP or stop by our office at 310 Business Highway 61 South in Bowling Green to discuss a protection plan that is right for your farming operation. NAU Country and Bowling Green Insurance are an equal opportunity provider.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
2 quarters in the books as Mark Twain comes out of the locker room, leading by 9. Our scoring numbers through 2 quarters for Wright City. Caden Johnson hit a tray there in the second quarter. She has 3 points, 2 points for Dayton Gurley, 11 points for Jasmine Simpson. She is a nice young player.
Yeah, she's doing a really good job. When she catches it at the high post, she's attacking the basket. She's not shying away from the contact. Maybe she can get a few more calls this half.
Yeah, she's got a good build for a ladies basketball player. Nice long arms and legs, but still compact enough where she can be a good ball handler as well as a threat underneath the basket. So she's kind of the total package for Wright City. If they can get some help around her and a few more ladies on the bench, and they do have a couple more in the program. I'm guessing they're dealing with the same issues that everyone is dealing with at this point. So for Mark Twain, their scoring numbers are spread pretty even. 3 points for Emily Evans, 6 points for Audrey Ross, 2 points for Madison Waddell, 6 points for Emma Ross, and 8 points for Autumn Arndt, as she's picked up the mantle since Ross has been on the bench with those 3 fouls. So there's our first half scoring numbers. 25-16, Mark Twain leads Wright City. The winner moves on to take on Silex in the Consolation Championship game on Friday night, and the loser joins Louisiana at home after 2 games in this Clopton Invitational. Back with the second half after this on KJFM.
Get connected to a fast-paced world with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, an authorized U.S. cellular dealer, along with Dish Network, DirecTV, Viasat, and HughesNet high-speed internet packages. Cellular and Satellite Center also carries a variety of TVs and accessories and installs security systems. Get connected today with Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicki Cadwallader, Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
8 minutes on the clock. Our second half set to begin here on KJFM. Mark Froelich, Corey Buchanan here in the old gym. Marianne Everhart down the hall with the ladies championship semifinals. Those are both on air and online, and Clopton leading Winfield by 6 heading into the second half. 26-20 our score down the hall after 2 quarters. Here it's 25-16. Emma Ross back into the lineup to start the second half with those 3 fouls. So it's Ross, Arndt, also Ross, and down low Miller and Evans for Mark Twain. Simpson, Shanuel, Gurley, along with Lawson and Johnson for Wright City. Not much to choose from beyond that, as Grunzinger will start the second half on the bench, and she thinks she's nursing a little knee pain after that collision late in the first half. So they may be extremely limited.
Yep.
Here's Arndt after the turnover to start quarter number 3. Back up top, Arndt with it again. Guarded by Johnson, kick to the corner for Ross. Far side, back to Autumn Arndt. She has to chase down in front of the Mark Twain bench, then it's knocked out of bounds by Gurley. She's wearing the number 10, usually on Abby Raines. She usually wears 21. We had a Wright City player for the boys yesterday go to take off his warm-up and realized he wasn't wearing a jersey and had to run right before the starting lineup. As that one's up and in, was that Arndt?
I believe so, yes.
To make it 27-16. She's got 10 points. Kick it back. Here's Gurley, high arcing 3, a little too long, and the rebound grabbed by Emma Ross. Ross on the move for Mark Twain, trying to go coast to coast, and she does. Emma Ross has 8 points, first of the second half. He sprinted to the locker room, got his jersey, and was back in time to take the floor. Now another steal by Ross. She's come out with a lot of pent-up aggression. And after she finishes again to get to 10 points, a timeout taken as Wright City needs to discuss some things. 31-16 is the Mark Twain lead over the Wildcats here in the third quarter on Eagle 102.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Broadcasting from the Family Drug booth, it's the Eagle 102 Game of the Week.
Back here in the middle school gym, or the old high school gym, whatever you want to call it. Consolation semis to this Clopton Invitational in Wright City, trailing Mark Twain 31-16 here in quarter number 3. Our coverage on KJFM brought to you in part by Bowling Green Lumber, Lynn's Heritage House or Construction, Powwow Cattle Farm and Fencing, A Taste of Philly, and Spring Valley Accounting. Off the steal, that shot off the bottom of the backboard, but Emma Ross will head to the line to shoot a pair. She's got 4 in the quarter, 10 in the game, and we'll try to add to that from the stripe. Oh, the second on Johnson for Wright City. And the first shot is no good. She was 1 for 2 previously from the free throw line all the way back in the first quarter. See if she can get back to 50% here. Nope, off the front iron, and Gurley takes the rebound for Wright City. Here's Shanuel. Back to Dayton Gurley. Gurley tries to cut the lane, goes off the glass a little too hard. Good follow. Putback is no good for Vossen. Another putback, and it's finally taken away from her by Mark Twain. Here comes Audrey Ross.
Step. Just wasn't able to finish.
Out of bounds. It'll stay with the Tigers. And back in the ball game comes Alyssa Ford. Or into the ball game for the first time is Ford, right? Actually. And Ross takes a breather. Kick it out to Arndt. Here's a 3 from the far side. That misses everything and goes out of bounds back to Wright City off the miss by Audrey Ross. She had a lot more time than she thought there.
She just rushed it.
Yep, just took it right from her hip and slung it up there. To the near side, here's Gurley. Back up top for Shanuel. You know what bothers me about getting Gurley's name wrong? I practiced Shanuel before the game because I've messed that one up in the past. 31-16 our score as the ball goes out of bounds back to Mark Twain. 5:22 on the clock. Little delay for Simpson to tie her shoe.
Yeah, I really saw it from just looking at the first half. Wright City would be trying to go through Simpson some more, but she hadn't even took a shot yet, I don't think.
Not so far here in this third quarter, as maybe they were trying to catch him off guard with something else. Here she gets a rebound, and we'll try and take it coast to coast. 1-on-4, dump it out
Good pass.
to Gurley off the glass too hard. Got the rebound, did Simpson, no good. And this time it's picked up by Arndt for the Tigers. Lady Tigers up the floor with it. Arndt over to the far side, drop it down baseline for Ford. Nothing there for her. Little shot pass to Emily Evans, and she's fouled. Foul goes on Emily Shanuel. Her first, and the first shot is no good for Emily Evans. Zoe Miller checks out. As Trower comes back in, and the second shot is good to make it 32-16. Mark Twain has Wright City doubled up right now. Gurley to the near side. Now Shanuel with it. Back to Dayton Gurley. Lob pass down low. fighting for some room as Vossen puts it off the glass a little too hard, and the rebound picked up by Ford. Ford ahead for Autumn Art. Kicks it down baseline. Here's Ross. A little short with that shot. Rebound comes out the far side, picked up by Trower. Back up for Autumn Art. Over to Trower again on the far point. Back to Arndt again. To the near side, bounce pass in the corner for Ross. That shot blocked by Vossen. He'll stay with Mark Twain, and here comes Emma Ross back in the ball game, as well as Adeline Palmer, her first action of the night. Midway point of this third quarter here from the old gym, the Consolation semis of the Clopton Invitational. Ross gets the inbound pass up on her shoulder, forced up a shot, it was no good. Gurley with the rebound. To Simpson. Simpson back for Autumn Art. Art, free throw line, Vossen turnaround shot. That's no good. Flying in for the rebound is Jasmine Simpson, and she floats one up over the defense and in. Jasmine Simpson with 13. Down to 3.5 to play in the third. Here's Trower with it. Back to Arndt. To Elizabeth Trower again. Now for Ross on the baseline. She kicks it back to the other Ross, Audrey. Now a rebound by Emma, no good. And here's Trower from the baseline. It's too long. Shot goes to the floor, rebound did, and finally a putback and 2 points for number 23, Adeline Palmer. Make it 34-18. Here's Johnson with it, goes far outside for Gurley. Pass offline, but picked up by Simpson, and she steps out of bounds. .244 to play in the third quarter. Martin back in. Audrey Ross checks out.
Looks like Wright City switching to a man-to-man defense here.
Here's Arndt to the near side for Trower. Yeah, a little more aggressive. Pass was tipped out and tipped away. Wright City, the change in defense, comes up with a good result, a steal, but then it goes through the hands of Gurley. She's able to recover. Vossen a turnaround shot. That's no good. The rebound this time pulled down by Autumn Art for Mark Twain. She'll put on the brakes and then has it stolen away by Jasmine Simpson.
Good pump fake.
Oh, couldn't finish, and Art with the rebound again. Works against Simpson. Simpson had it go to the floor, and did we get a timeout or a jump ball?
No.
They called the jump. Arrow favors Mark Twain, I think. No, Wright City. Shanuel, the trigger. Vossen from the corner. Rocket pass off of two teammates and out of bounds. Minute 58 to go in the quarter. There's Arndt. Lob pass baseline. Martin, nothing there for her on the baseline, so she tried to force a pass in, and it's stolen by Simpson. Jasmine, coast to coast, no. A little more, now we're gonna have a foul called on Simpson. That's her third. Yeah, she's a little frustrated. She's been having to fight through contact to get to the hoop all night, and I think it finally caught up with her when she grabbed back after missing that shot. Wasn't as big of a bump this time as she was going through. Doesn't mean she has to like it. Here's Trower. To Ross. Skips it near side. To number 5, Madison Waddell, and she's fouled by Grunzinger. Minute 20 to play in the quarter. Mark Twain takes care of the ball. They'll win this one going away. Here's a three. Ross offline, and the rebound pulled down by Gurley. Gurley ahead to Simpson. Jasmine back for Dayton Gurley to the near side now for Grunzinger. Grunzinger back to Dayton over the far side for Emily Shanuel. Here's Simpson with it. Gets to the low blocks and traveled. Yeah, saw that one coming. Down to 50 seconds to go in the third. Near side for Waddell. Back up top and around through Ross to Trower. Trower comes out of the corner with a pass for Zoe Miller. Miller now for Waddell. Waddell to the high blocks. Drops it back to Emma Ross. Ross. And a little hip check there from Abigail Vossen. That's her fourth. 29.9 seconds to go, and she's going to have to be careful. And Caden Johnson going to come back in and replace Vossen here before she gets herself knocked out of the ball game. Long pass. It's an in and another foul. This one's going to be against the offensive player, though, Zoe Miller.
I think they called that on.
Oh, they did.
Wrong.
No. Let's see.
They called a push.
Yeah, I'm not sure who they
called a push on Emma Ross when she was posting up.
Yep, that is her fourth. Right on the money there. And another foul whistled before the end of the half. This one's on Trower, her first. Simpson for Gurley. And what do we have? Oh, the clock didn't start again. $14 seconds even. We come to the near side for Gurley. For Shanuel, she almost lost control. Gets it to Simpson, and another foul going to be whistled. This one's on Zoe Miller. That is her first, but 3 fouls in the last 20 seconds, including the fourth on one of your starters. That's not good news for Coach Boswell. Down to 4 seconds, and another foul. Trower gets into Shanuel. .8 seconds to go. Yeah, they're probably not going to get a shot off, but for your 5 fouls as a team have come in the last 4 seconds, or 35 seconds or so. Shot falls short as they try for the buzzer beater. 34-18 is the Mark Twain lead over Wright City. Back with the fourth quarter after this from the Clopton Invitational on Eagle 102.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
9-2 is corner. The only 2 points for Jasmine Simpson in that quarter. So pretty good defensive quarter for the Lady Tigers, and they start this final frame with a 34-18 lead. Little scooper there from the baseline. Put back high off the glass is good. And Emily Evans has herself 6-point night so far. 7:37 to play here in regulation. Lawson getting ready to check back in at the next whistle with her 4 fouls. Grunzinger with it, hands it off for Jasmine Simpson. Now back up top for Shanuel. Shanuel for Caden Johnson. Now for Gurley again. Dayton Gurley, hard bounce pass. Gives it back to Jasmine Simpson. Simpson comes to Shanuel on the near side, and a timeout taken by Wright City. Coverage of the 25th annual Clopton Invitational on KJFM, brought to you in part by Sun Window Company, Pike County Title Company, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, Alicia Koenig, Remax Realty Agent, Rawls County Mutual Insurance, and McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating. It's a full timeout on the floor. We'll take 1-2. More Clopton tournament coverage after this on KJFM.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest plumbing service? But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Yeah, you got to get Jasmine Simpson open, is what you were saying during the break. Elaborate a little bit on that.
Well, you don't try to work on something that's not broke, right?
Yeah.
I mean, she was doing a phenomenal job in the first half. Another turnover here. Wright City, she's doing a phenomenal job catching the ball at the high post and attacking the basket the first half, and she had 11 points, and they haven't gone back to that yet. And she had 2 in the third quarter, and I don't know.
That one off the glass and good for Audrey Ross, and that's your assessment. Coach Friedel's assessment. Jasmine is out of the ball game right now, and she's getting ready to check back in as the ball comes out of bounds. Another turnover by Wright City, and here comes Jasmine Simpson replacing Grunzinger. And that whiteboard is suffering a little bit right now on the Wright City side. Ball goes to the floor, and we're going to have a travel called on Abigail Vossen as she went to her knees with that rebound and shuffled around a little bit trying to find a pass. 6:25 to play. Arndt off the inbound play. It is a well-designed inbound effort. It's a 12-point night now for Autumn Arndt.
There really wasn't anything special to that. She just kind of moved a little bit quicker than the defender, and the inbounder was able to get her the ball for an easy layup.
Off the Wright City miss. A big-time bump there. Sends Ross to the floor. Before the shot, I believe. So it'll. And
that's number 5.
Yep, that's it for Vossen. So she comes out. Grunzinger back in. Vossen's a good source of height, and they just not being utilized. She could open up some space for Simpson. And on the rebound, a foul whistled against
Palmer for Mark Twain, number 23.
That's Adeline Palmer. Pass knocked out of bounds by Audrey Ross. 5:49 to play here in the fourth quarter. Winner takes on Silex for Consolation. Loser goes home early from this tournament. Here's Simpson. Bounce pass for Shanuel. Shanuel to the far side for Grunzinger. Grunzinger gets it to Dayton Gurley. She has to tear it away from a defender, and we're going to have another foul. Whistled on Arndt, just based on the look on her face. Yep. That's her third. And Trower comes back into the ballgame along with Alyssa Ford. Audrey Ross checks out, as does Emily Evans. Far side, here's Gurley. That shot is good from just inside 3. First points of the second half for Dayton Gurley. She's got 4. She's got a good looking shot too. Just doesn't get the looks. Here's Trower coming out of the corner with it to Ford. Ford drops it down baseline for Arndt. Arndt too high.
They're trying to utilize that mismatch there. The height difference between Arndt.
Gurley off the glass on the break. So 4 straight points for Dayton Gurley. She's got 6 in the ball game. And Arndt drops it back. Trower is tipped out of bounds, blocked out of bounds. And we're down to 4:55 to go in this game, an 18-point Mark Twain lead. As Mallory checks back out. And into the ballgame, Madison Waddell. Waddell comes out of the corner with it. Gets it back to Autumn Arndt with Grunzinger in front of her. Grunzinger got a little too aggressive and picks up her third personal. Wright City doesn't have any more players. If someone fouls out, they're short. They've got almost 5 minutes to go. A couple players had 3 fouls.
First shot's up and good.
$13 points tonight. And to make it a 20-point lead, yeah, she hit it.
She's perfect from the free throw line tonight, 4 for 4.
All high arcing free throw attempts. Here's Caden Johnson. To Dayton Gurley. She lost control as she tried to make her spin to the hoop. And Waddell will take it across the line. And Gurley comes out from nowhere and knocks that one down the stairs. Yeah, you knock it down there, you got to chase it. It's scary down there. The catacombs of the old Clopton gym. She made it back in one piece. 42-22 is the Mark Twain lead. Waddell over to the far side has it tipped and almost taken by Simpson.
Oh, yep. Got her with a double dribble.
Turnover gives it back to the Wildcats with 4:17 to play in the third. Shanuel to Johnson. Back to Shanuel for Gurley. Kick it to the corner from just inside 3. Simpson can't hit. And the rebound comes out the near side and picked up by Ford. That's Alyssa Ford. Has some room. Dumps it off last second. Shot from the baseline. That one's good. For number 23, Adeline Palmer. Lead is 22. They have them doubled up again at 44-22. There's Gurley to Simpson. Has a little trouble getting the pass. And the next pass was tipped and taken by Martin. And before the tie-up, no. They call the tie-up. It's going back to Wright City. Three and a half minutes to play here in our second game of the night. Earlier winners, Monroe City, made it into the championship game with a 60-27 win over number 4 seed Ellsbury. Silex defeated Louisiana 54-20. Over in the high school gym right now, the second championship semi has Clopton up by 19 now, 44-25 on Winfield in the fourth quarter. Game also here on KJFMradio.com or KJFM Radio at 102.1 FM. 3 minutes to go as the ball goes out of bounds. Coverage of the Clopton tournament all week long, brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Calvert's General Insurance, McDinger's Sports Bar And Northeast Missouri Title Company. McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory, also a sponsor of high school basketball on KJFM. 2:50 to play. All Mark Twain in this one, 44-22. Shaking off that upset loss to Winfield in the opening round. No look shot there for Alyssa Ford. Closed her eyes and hoped. Went over everything, but Mark Twain keeps possession. Near side for Martin. Works it down to the baseline. Another hook shot from Ford. Goes over everything. Simpson ahead to Gurley, and she's tripped up. Which, how have I not noticed those shoes? Those are fantastic. Dayton Gurley's shoes. They almost remind me of the shoes from Back to the Future 2. But I don't think those have power laces. The foul was whistled on Zoe Miller, her second. And Gurley hits the first. One more for Dayton Gurley. That shot's good. And it's a 20-point game, once again with 2:15 to play. With it is Martin on the far point. Grunzinger all over her, and she'll get the steal this time. And they call it a tie-up. She may be little, but she does not give up, does she? Working down to the baseline, and we're going to have a travel called against Hannah Mallory. 2 minutes even left in this contest. Floater far side for Grunzinger. And now a tackle of Shanuel by Martin. She'll pick up the personal. 44-24. A minute 51 to play. Shanuel at the line for a 1-and-1. First shot misses, pushed it to the left, and the rebound went to Mark Twain. Ford picked it up. Now a shot from about 8 foot out, no good. Rebound goes to the floor, and it's tied up between Mallory.
Tell you what, I don't think I've ever seen so many jump balls in a basketball game.
Yeah.
Seems like every other possession we got a jump ball.
Far side. Shanuel gets it to Johnson. Her three ball goes over everything, and the rebound picked up by Madison Waddell. Tried to get it to Ford. No one was looking, and here's Simpson with it. Jasmine Simpson through the lane. Too much on that floater, and now another tie-up. This time the arrow favors Mark Twain, and that would have been every other possession. Madison Waddell with it in the backcourt. And I'm not sure what the call there was, but that's the third foul on Johnson.
I don't know if she even touched her.
Excuse me, second foul. I think it's because the girl stopped. He thought there was contact. So 1-and-1 opportunity for Waddell. She hits the first. Big reaction to that free throw. She's got 3 points. Second shot. She's perfect 4 for 4 from the line. One minute to play here in this semifinal.
We have another jump ball.
Maybe. No, a timeout taken this time by Mark Twain. Yeah, 55.4 seconds to go In this contest, the Tigers lead Wright City 46-24 from the Clopton Invitational on Eagle
Area
102.
High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Abel's Quick Shops introduces the new Shell Fuel Rewards credit cards, now with even more ways to save with 2 great reward programs. Choose the Shell Fuel Rewards card or the Shell Fuel Rewards MasterCard and save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every fill-up, plus rebates on non-fuel purchases. Sign up at shell.us/get rewards from Abel's Quick Shops. We're just down the road.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Under a minute to play here in the Consolation semifinals. Up the floor, that's a partial block for Simpson, and then a travel called against Taylor Martin. Mark Twain and Silex will battle for Consolation on Friday in the first of those 3 games. It'll go Consolation, then the third place game in the Ladies Championship will round out the night. As that shot from the corner is no good. Rebound tipped away from Shanuel. It's going to stay with Wright City with 37.5 seconds to go in this ball game. It's going to be Monroe City and Clopton again for the championship. It's the annual matchup. They've split the last 2, I believe. That shot misses everything. Down to 30 seconds to go. Here comes Palmer, and she's fouled from behind by Simpson. 4 on Jasmine. 26.3 seconds to go, and at the line is Palmer. First shot is no good, and Simpson grabs the loose ball. Long pass ahead, gets it to Grunzinger. Grunzinger's shot is blocked, but a foul. And she came down awkwardly on that ankle. She'll have to stay in the game. She's going to shoot some free throws, and, well, there's no one to replace her. The only uniformed player on the bench is fouled out. First shot, good. So Grunzinger with her first point of the night. Lindsay with one more opportunity from the free throw line, and that one is no good. 46-25, our score, down to 15 seconds. Just pull back. Crossover gets her across the line. Martin
Almost
bothered.
looks like we're still going to try and score.
Yeah, almost a travel there on Johnson. Just hold the ball, that's it.
Yeah.
Game in the books. 46-25 is our final here from the Consolation semifinals. Mark Twain takes care of Wright City, shakes off that loss to Winfield in the opening round, and will place for some hardware coming up on Friday night. A 21-point win for the Lady Tigers. We'll be back with the post-game show for you after this on KJFM.
You've been listening to the Eagle 102 Game of the Week. The post-game show, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops, is coming up next.
Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall. See Mike's Tire and Service Center in Bowling Green for all your automotive and tire needs. Mike's features 24-hour tire service, and when it's time to replace those tires, Mike's has great deals on several brands, ensuring they have the perfect tire for your vehicle. Mike's Tire and Service Center additionally offers alignments, tune-ups, oil changes, struts, state and DOT inspections. Mike's Tire and Service Center, Business 61 North in Bowling Green.
It's the new year and a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life. Community State Bank is committed to meeting or exceeding customer expectations and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Time for the Eagle 102 postgame show, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Final in this one, Mark Twain 46, Wright City 25. So the 3 takes care of the 7 and will play the 5 seed Silex Lady Owls in the Consolation Championship to start championship night on Friday. Over in the high school gym, that's a game not quite in the books yet, as Clopton is leading Winfield 49-31. That game also in the fourth quarter. This one, Mark Twain did enough. They still need to find some consistency, I think, and draw those fouls down a little bit to their core players. But I thought it was a good effort from opening tip until the final horn.
Yeah, for sure. And the second half, they cut their turnovers in half. They went from 6 or 7 in the first half to have only 3 in the second half. So they were able to take care of the ball. And they're defensively, Mark Twain forced, let's see, I got 5, 10, 16 turnovers. So they were able to force Wright City to turn it over 16 times, which is always helpful whenever your defense can do that. Usually leads to a bunch of easy layups on the other end, and ultimately they got to the free throw line, and they were able to knock down a lot of the free throws they shot tonight too.
I think having only 6 girls dressed out, it just really limits what Wright City can do. I think they have to kind of use Vossen in a situation that's probably not suited to her. Definitely Simpson is handling the ball more than she should be. She should be getting herself open for some good looks. Dayton Gurley, I think she's forced into a role she's not really comfortable with. If they could have 3-4 more girls dress out that can eat some of those minutes and establish some roles, I think this would be a much more rounded Wright City team.
Yeah, and I'm still not too sure why Wright City kind of got away from having Jasmine Simpson in the high post. I mean, she had 11 points the first half, and she was being aggressive, and a lot of the defense from Mark Twain was really collapsing on her, and she was able to get a few passes off to some of her teammates for a couple more buckets in the first half, and they just got away from that completely, and I'm just not sure why.
It's interesting, but I think that bench has a lot to do with what they're out there doing. They need to keep her in the game, keep her from maybe drawing a charge or something and getting knocked out. I'm not sure exactly the thinking, but I'm sure if you ask Coach Friedel, he'd give you the explanation. Our final in this one, 46-25. We'll go through the final scoring numbers and tell you what's coming up the next couple nights in this Clopton Invitational when we come back on the Abel's Quick Shop Eagle 102 postgame show.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Need a little good news in your life? State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. Call me today at 573-754-5575. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
With winter weather upon us, remember one multi-sports complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One multi-sports complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicky Cadwallader, Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
Time for the Eagle 102 postgame show, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Final in this one again, 46-25. Mark Twain over Wright City as the 3 seed advances into that Consolation Championship game. That'll be Friday at 4:30 against the 5 seed Silex Lady Owls. That should be a really good matchup between two teams we've seen some good looks from in the first 2 games of this tournament. So Silex and Mark Twain will start off championship night on Friday. Ellsbury-Winfield will be the 6 o'clock game for 3rd place. And then Monroe City and Clopton 1 against 2 again for the championship of this Clopton Invitational, the 25th annual Clopton Invitational. That game's scheduled to start at 7:30 on Friday in the Dale Miller Gymnasium. Tomorrow night, we'll have boys championship and consolation semifinals here on KJFM. I'm going to switch to the new gym and have Monroe City against Louisiana, the 1-4 matchup at 5:30 tomorrow, 5:15 pregame, of course. And then the 2 against the 3, Winfield against the Clopton Hawks, and I think Clopton is really a good matchup for Winfield in that semifinal. If Clopton can play their best ball, I think they might be getting themselves into that matchup in the championship game. The consolation semis, they'll start it off with the 5-8 matchup between Wright City and Silex. That's at 5:30. And then the 7 o'clock game is the 6-7 between Mark Twain and Ellsbury, to see who goes to the boys' consolation championship, which starts men's championship night on Saturday at 4 o'clock. So that's what's happening the next couple days of this tournament. Again, pregame tomorrow at 5:15 from both gyms. So should be fun. Has been fun all week. 3 days down in this tournament. Your first night here, and you didn't play in a Clopton tournament, did you? What do you think of this this setup down here?
Yeah, I've never played in it, and I wish we would have got into it. Got to play
a lot of familiar
play
teams,
some local teams. Yeah. Wish we would have, but we never did.
It's a fun place to play. I mean, it's no Bowling Green tournament. You know, I see the look on your face, but no, it's a great tournament. Now 25 years of it, start to get a little tradition behind it here, and building that I guess. Stature is one of the long-lasting tournaments around the area. Our coverage all week from the Clopton tournament brought to you in part by Sun Window Company, Pike County Title Company, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, Alicia Koenig, Remax Realty Agent, Rawls County Mutual Insurance, and McMaylor & Sons Backhoe and Excavating. Been fun, Corey, and we'll see you again tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, I'll be with you again tomorrow night. You got me for another night.
5:15 pregame. Remember that right here on KJFM Radio and KJFMradio.com. Good night, everybody.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at KJFMradio.com, and on the KJFM Radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.